Well, hello there, Wargamers, and welcome to today's Horus Heresy Battle Report. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by returning guest Wade, and we are going to be playing some, well, heresies. 3,000 points today of the Imperial Fists against the Death Guard.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Horus Heresy Battle Report.
Let's take a look at the Death Guard forces first today. Leading the entire thing, we have Kalas Typhon as our warlord, and that'll give us 2 movement phase reactions. There, he's got a bunch of rules I'll cover as we play the game. Now, he's bringing a retinue of Death Shroud Terminators, and we upgraded one of them to be a command squad, essentially. So we got the banner there, making them line and increasing leadership of nearby Death Guard. Now, the other HQ choices here will be a Centurion console, upgraded to be a chaplain, and that'll be in Cataphractii plate. And it's going to have Power Maul, Mastercrafted, Toxin Bombs. In fact, there's a variety of upgrades on a lot of the units. I'll explain them as they pop up. Things like Toxin Bombs and Melta Bombs. They're spread out throughout the army here. Now we have another HQ here. This will be a Centurion upgraded to a Siegebreaker because I am running the Creeping Death. I have to take a Siegebreaker, and here's what you see is what you get on that bad boy there. Moving on to troop choices, you better believe we maxed this out. We have 6 troop choices. We have 4 units of Tactical Marines. No real big upgrades on them other than what you see is what you get on the Sergeants. Everything's got Artificer armor, though. That's probably important to point out. We'll have a pair of Assault Marines with power axes and power scythes, and we do have Melta Bombs on the Sergeants. On to Elites, we have 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts. One will run a pair of Carries Assault Cannons. I upgraded and have Helical Targeting Array if I need it. I don't think I will in this game, though. And the other will just have a Gravis Power Fist with an Alchemical Flamer built into it, and a Carries Pattern Assault Cannon. The rest of my list will be heavy support choices. Leviathan Siege Dreadnought, which is what you get on this guy. We upgraded his heavy flamers to be alchemical heavy flamers. And I did forget to mention there is a Land Raider that will be a dedicated transport for the Death Shroud and Kalas Typhon. We upgraded it to have that Havoc launcher. I apologize for the 40k variant here. I don't really have a lot of transport options for the Death Guard. And then lastly, 2 units of heavy support squads with missile launchers, both with augury scanners. 110, 15.
All right, for my Imperial Fist list, 3,000 points, I have 3 HQs. I have a Castellan, he'll be my warlord. He'll take the Warden of Inwit warlord trait. Couldn't really figure out which one, but that basically just makes him immune to pinning him around in our deployment zone or within 6 of an objective. Took the Vindicare Assassin as the 2nd warlord and a Master of Signal as the 3rd. No upgrades on any of those. The Castellan does have an Elastis Assault Cannon. So I have 2 bare bones troop choices, basic Tactical Marines. They will both be in dedicated transport rhinos. Then I have 2 recon squads, 10 men each. Each of those everybody has a Nemesis bolter. The 2 squads will have augury scanners. Then for elite choices, I have 2 Contemptors. One has the Power Fist and carries Assault Cannon with an Elastis Cannon and the other in the fist. And then the second is a Power Fist, Chain Fist with Elastis Cannons in both. Then the second elite choice is going to be my Tartarus Terminators. They all have Vigilite shields and Solarite Power Gauntlets. Then on to Heavy. They will be riding in a Spartan Land Raider. Then for Heavy, I have a Scorpius tank, bare bone. Then 2 squads of heavy support, which become line because of the Castellan. And they have Elastis cannons, all of them. Only one of them could take an augury scanner for points. I'm kind of interested to see how they do, because they have those not familiar with the Elastis, they're kind of baby carries, but they do have the malfunction, so they get hot on reaction. And that's it.
And with that, let's go take a look at the mission that Wade and myself will be playing today. Today's mission, well, we rolled Blood Feud. It's one of the few missions they actually rewrote for this new edition of the Horus Heresy, and I think they did a particularly good job with this one too. I always roll it up, sigh a little bit, then realize, oh wait, no, this is actually a pretty fun mission. And then we have Vanguard Strike as our deployment to go along with it and complement it. Now, this will last for 6 turns no matter what. And the only way to gain victory points is by selecting a Blood Feud target. And you're going to be selecting one of the following categories based on your opponent's armies, naturally. You'll choose either infantry, demon units, Dreadnought and Automata in one category, Cavalry and Flyers in another, non-flyer vehicles, such as like Rhinos and Land Raiders, or Primarch, which will be worth the most victory points. So you only gain victory points for killing that exact type of category. In this case, I think we both know what we're going to pick, because we both have very infantry-heavy armies, and neither of us have Primarchs. You'll have Slay the Warlord as a secondary objective. You get 1 point to kill the enemy Warlord. Now, the interesting one here is if there's Primarchs on the table, they have to be your Warlord, and Primarch is worth 6 victory points on the kill for Blood Feud. So if you kill the enemy Primarch, that's 8 victory points like right away. Then it becomes a weird mind game if you both have Primarchs. I do like Blood Feud. There's a lot to it to some degree. And then last man standing will be the other secondary objective. Whoever has the greatest number of surviving units at the end of the game will gain a victory point. So it's the exact opposite of attrition. You want to kill things and keep your guys alive at the same time. Now, we will have reserves and night fighting available in this mission. Just want to show off this battlefield a little bit closer before we dirty it up with our models here and go over some of the terrain we have here. The battle mat is from Gale Force 9, and pretty much all the scatter is a Games Workshop kit to a degree. Everything around here, except for a few Micro Art Studio C-cans, and the creators are from Urban Mat over there. But I wanted to, and Hammerforge for those C-cans. The bigger C-cans are actually from Hammerforge. They have quite a bit. Check out Hammerforge. I like their stuff quite a bit. Not that nothing else is good, but I like their stuff kind of right now. I guess it's kind of new for me too. I want to remind our Silver Vault members that you have access to many discount codes to terrain companies and battle mat companies, hobby supplies, models, you name it, it's in there. Well over 50 companies at this point. You do not need to be a Silver Vault member to see what's available. You can go check it out as a Bronze Vault member, but you do need to be Silver to benefit from the discount codes. That's on the Vault section of the website, or in the link in the description below, or go to miniwargaming.com/silver discount, and you could probably save yourself a pretty penny, especially if you're going to buy like a big terrain buy from like GameMat.eu or Urban Mat, like a few grand worth of terrain. Yeah, you'll save yourself a lot of money by doing like a simple little upgrade. Anyways, that's enough of the spiel. We're going to go ahead and deploy our forces here and then pick our Blood Feud targets. But I guess it'll be fun to roll off on camera to see who gets to pick their point first. So I'm going to roll a 6 for a kitty, and we got a 5 for the Imperial Fist. So I will elect to pick a side first, deploy first, and we're going to show you what that looks like. I'm probably going to go over here, but I got to look just a little bit more. All right, well, we deployed like this. Clearly, I chose this side of the deployment or the battlefield because I realized I'm Death Guard. I actually don't want to keep my heavy weapons still. I want to move them every turn. So we went with Tacticals, Contemptor with a Fist, Assault Marines, Missile Launchers behind them. Leviathan, wanted him kind of in the middle, but I was going to put him here, but the Land Raider needed to go there. Inside of the Land Raider, we have Kala's Typhon, as well as his Death Shroud Retinue and the Chaplain. And then we have Tacticals here. Tacticals, double carries with the Helical Targeting Array, though the targeting array won't be needed really. This is my heavy support team with a Siege Breaker in it. And then we have more Tacticals and more Assault Marines. And across, Wade, what do we have?
All right. Tactical squad and a Rhino here. One squad of heavy support with Lastus. The Dual Fist Contemptor here. Squad of Recon Marines with the Master Signal. Over here is the second squad of Recon Marines with my Warlord and his Lastus. Then the Sniper, or Vindicare, behind him. We have our Spartan here with our squad of Tartarus. Scorpius here, hopefully out of line of sight of most. Second squad of Tacticals here in their Rhino. And the last squad of heavy support up here.
All right, well, I will be going first in this game, unless you would like to attempt to seize the initiative on me.
I'm going to try.
All right, we're going to roll a d6 here. Hopefully you don't get it. Let's see what we have. Up, Imperial Fist, turn 2 for them. All right, it'll be Death Guard turn 1. I won't be doing much other than repositioning and firing a few missile launchers, but it will be nice to be able to do such a thing, because I did deploy pretty aggressively, so we'll see how that plays out for me here. Mm-hmm. Good luck to you and the Imperial Fist, but as usual, better luck to me and the Death Guard. So to go over Creeping Death, that's my Rite of War. Are you running a Rite of War right now?
I have no Rite of War because I don't have a...
Master of the Legion. That's right. That's correct. Okay. Creeping Death, my entire deployment zone is... the whole battlefield was chemically bombarded before this battle really took place. So the craters are the impact points here. They're going to count as difficult and dangerous terrain. And then my entire deployment zone is like a Creeping Death, so it's kind of like as the Death Guard march forward, it's like Scorched Earth almost in a way too. The battlefield is difficult. My deployment zone is difficult and dangerous terrain, but every model, including the enemy models, do gain Shrouded 6-up in it. Now the important part of it is why I really like to take it is the entire army automatically passes dangerous terrain checks. So you can run Assault Marines pretty willy-nilly. They don't really care about landing in area terrain or anything like that. And then obviously like things like the and then the whole army has moved through cover essentially in one way or another. And that's nice. I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and move. It's not gonna be too fancy. We are gonna activate our jump packs on our Assault Marines here and the Assault Marines on the other side of the table. Nothing's gonna really be. I am gonna run the Tactical Marines, but nothing else is gonna run. So I'm gonna show you where everything ends up. Essentially going to shift forward, be a little aggressive. I'm not going to get immediately within 24 inches of things I don't care to fire with right away. All right, so we have deployed, move. We didn't do much. I'm respecting the assault cannon team up here quite a bit. They're kind of spooky, and I don't want to get within 24 inches of them. They're only 24 inch range, so I'm going to keep there. They're going to zone that entire area out. That's fine. I'm going to shift everything to fighting over here, I think, for the most part. I'm going to keep our missile launchers still because they can put shots up there at no real risk and maybe lighten it up a little bit, and then I can commit my forces. We had our Assault Marines run and activate their jump packs and jump up here, again staying outside of 24. Our Land Raider went its full move, but we're Death Guard, so it doesn't mind too much. Our 2 Tactical Marine teams moved forward a little bit, just taking some position up the board, I guess. Moving our Heavy Weapon team forward. Tactical Marine team forward, and our Assault Marine team jumped over here. Now, we did change up one thing, and who's your Warlord? The Castellan?
The Castellan is the Warlord.
So way over here, we found a better Warlord trait for him to use. We kind of quickly picked one earlier, but which one are we going with now?
This one, the Architect of Devastation, is the new one. So his squad essentially in cover is rerolling 1s to hit, which since these guys hit on 2s, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then shooting phase to get an extra reaction.
Overall, the Imperial Fists will get one more shooting phase reaction. Okay, well that is it. We're going to go on to shooting. I have no... These missile launchers can shoot first. They're going to fire at your heavy weapon team up here. They do have augury scanners, so they ignore the range penalty of knife fighting, but not the negative one to hit. Would you like to shroud it or just take the hits?
What all do you have? Do you have the 2 missile launcher squads that can do that?
I got a missile launcher team over there, and I'll have a few, some bolt guns over here.
Yeah.
And the carries and the Land Raider still firing this turn.
You know what? I will. I'll evade.
Evade up there? All right.
Yeah.
5 shots on 4s. Ooh, knife fighting stops 4 hits. And 2 to wound. 5 up cover save, because there's no Artificer armor.
Nope.
And then you have a 5 up shroud.
Is that a strength 8 though?
Strength 8, yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't ignore cover.
No, it does not ignore cover, no. Shroud. Okay, we kill 1 assault cannon. Bloop. There we go. That is all they're able to do there. And then we're going to move on to... We got 1 more reaction, eh? Let's do our double carries into your recon team up there.
Okay.
Would you like to return fire or evade? Or just take it?
I can only... or no.
What are you thinking for reaction? Nothing?
No reaction.
All right.
Yeah.
We got shots on 3s because it's spooky scary out. Not bad, only 4 misses there. It's actually average. And we're going to wound on 2s. Okay, we have 3 Rens.
Okay.
And then 5 regular 3-up saves.
So these will be the 5 regulars.
Yep, and no Artificer armor up there?
No, they are light. So what does the light do?
That doesn't do anything defensively. It means you can't
You
can't
can
take
move through cover and stuff.
Yeah, it's like you can shoot and run and shoot, but then you can't claim cover if you do such a thing.
Okay.
Actually, let me double check it. Anyone who's curious on light, they get +1 to their initiative when determining like reactions and running, and they can run and fire their weapons just like snap shooting them. But they can't claim cover if they do so. Correct. Like running and gunning. Okay, these are the 3-up saves.
Yep.
I kill 3.
Okay.
3 5-up cover saves because of the rending. And the cover protects 2, so we kill 4 in total.
Okay.
Really good for that Contemptor. Just absolutely gunning down 4 of the recon team. That will be a leadership check for them at the end of the phase. All right, so these 6 Tactical Marines can fire up the recon team. Now they're Death Guard, so they count as staying still, so they do get to Fury of the Legion. It'll be 12 shots from them. No reaction there. These are 4s to hit because it's spooky scary out. And we have 1 wound. 1 3-up. Oh, no. Power armor is not helping right now. Boom. A Tactical Marine team to this one over here. Only the 6 in the front are going to have range, and they can only really pop off those 3 guys there anyways in the front row, so it'll be 12 shots from this tactical team. 4s! 4s! 2. 3s! You're good. Only things I have left to fire will be the missile team and the Land Raider up there. We're going to go with our Land Raider. It's got searchlights. So we're going to go ahead and fire. We're going to put the Havoc launcher. The Combi Bolter's not there. The Heavy Bolter and that last cannon into your heavy weapon team over there.
Okay.
And then this last cannon doesn't, because of the drop pod over here, it's blocking a lot of the line of sight. I think we're just going to put it forward into the recon team in the back. There's just a couple random shots. It's got searchlights. Those 2 units are revealed. Would you like to react with either one of those units into my Land Raider?
Yeah, this squad, then I will evade.
Evade, fair, okay. We'll start firing the Havoc launcher over into them. It's a large blast strength 5 pinning, but nothing else other than that. The 24-inch range is not that great. It has to go on that guy's head there, so that is what it's going to be looking like. It's BS3 right now, but it's twin linked. I'll just reroll it for twin linked, whatever. I got direct hit, okay. It's only hitting the 4 there, the Contemptor, and the side of the Rhino. So I'll start with the side of the Rhino. That is going to be a nothing because you're 11 on the side. The 4 wounds on the heavy weapon team, that's 3 wounds on them, and the Contemptor is fine. This is a blast, they're heavy, so they get to 3 up roll save here. They're good. Last cannons, a pair of them on 4s, so they do both hit. 2s to wound. Both wound. You can take a couple 6-up cover saves on the guys in the back if you want to first. If you don't really care about them in particular dying, because you got this in the way. Well, actually, the whole thing's 6-up cover save because he's in the way. So
yeah.
You got 6-up covers all the same. So 2 6-ups, and then you have Shroud. 5 up. Shrouding saves one of them. So 1 dies there, and I got the heavy bolter as well. I know Shrouding's after all that, but it doesn't really matter too much. Twin linked. 3 hits. 2 more 3-up saves on them because of heavy bolter wounds. And if you fail any, you're good. All right. And then I have the 2 last cannons firing up there.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. And 2. Nothing. So the last thing to fire will be my missile team. Not overly worth for the missiles here. They can shoot 4. These 4 can see the recon team down there, but everything else is hidden behind this Rhino. This missile launcher team is just going to fire at the recon team. 9 of them can fire. This guy can't fire because the Contemptor is directly in the way, and as opposed to firing 4 down at the table with the other recon team, which they're in range for, but not going to bother. So these are going to be hitting on 4s because it's spooky scary out, and 2s. We got 2 wounding hits. So they get 2 5-up saves for cover, and it saves 1, 1 does die, and that's the end of my shooting phase. So they owe us all a morale check. Let's see, they're probably fine though. They're recon team. They still have their sergeant alive. And they are running. All right, they're going to roll 2d6 and boogie. They're going 5 inches. They are broken. They are running towards the edge there. And that is, I have no charging to do. That is the end of my turn. We're going to go on to turn 1 for the Imperial Fist. Spartan first.
Yeah.
Moving.
Just going.
Go right up the middle. It's going to crash. Boop, boop, boop. And then he's going to do a full move or just a little bit of half move?
Half move.
Half
so
move
I can
over there.
shoot.
My Land Raider, who is currently illuminated so the entire Imperial Fist army can see where those lights are coming from. Contemptor on this side from the Spartan is going to move 8 inches behind the Void Shield generator. Mr. Rhino is thinking about a half move. Going to go right up to that contraption. All right, so we move the Rhino up. Move the assault cannons up now too. They're assault weapons, which I am now aware of.
They are assault. Yes.
But we are gonna make it work because whatever they shoot at, I can shoot back with. We got to rally these guys. Yeah. Let's see what they're rallying on. They're still the sergeant's still there, right?
Yeah, correct.
Mr. Sergeant says, no. We are gonna keep rolling.
9. The sergeant's not a 9.
Actually, I don't know about recon. They might be bad. So a typical tactical is 7, 8.
Oh, I thought it was 8, 9.
They're gonna boogie woogie. They're gonna go 5 inches, which should just be, that's 5 inches tall. So that's the ones on the base just go directly down, and then the one guy in the back there will be licking wall. Well. As Wade pulled them all down, he then revealed the Master of Signals I didn't notice behind that pillar there. You still failed the initial leadership check, but he is leadership 9, so you just passed that one. So you're gonna go back in the game. You get to move your initiative, and you can snapfire. After this moved, we did the initiative move on the recon team, so they just take a different position on the building, and then we moved the Rhino to this position, and then over here they stood still, and and then just the Contemptor moved, I guess.
Correct.
Yep, that's it. All right, we are on to shooting. Where do you want to
start? First thing I'll shoot is Scorpius, and I'll target this tank here.
Okay.
I'll get a good scatter.
Hoping for the best, yeah, because he's got his searchlights on, so we kind of know where this guy is. And we're going to assume, if we know where he is, he's probably got Death Guard nearby.
Yeah.
Or other Death Guard nearby. Boom, 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 boom. But you might get a reroll because of the Master of Signals. Let me double check his war unit. Because of the Nuncio Vox on the Master of Signals, over there, we get to reroll that. He has line of sight to the target. And we're going to try that again. Okay, well, that's actually ideal.
A better scatter for me.
And I think because you don't have line of sight to the target, you do the full scatter.
Yeah.
So that'd be 11 inches. And then, if anyone's curious, the Master of Signals is Leadership 9, I know that, but he's got and it's knife fighting right now, so he would have failed that rally, but because of the Nuncio box, the unit doesn't suffer that -1. So that's just a hard 11. The 11-inch scatter ends up on the pipes back here, and it pegs 2 of my dudes. I can't react to it, so let's see what this does. Yeah. It's rending and pinning because it didn't move because of its rocket barrage rule. So rending 4 up, I should say. All right, so we're looking for 2s to wound, but you want 4 ups.
Yep.
My statue.
Try to knock him over.
You got a wound.
1. Yep.
3 up save. We're good. Was just a little bit of the shrapnel power armor protects. Yeah. From the Scorpius, we go to the Spartan, who's going to fire at the front of my Land Raider. I only have 1 shooting phase reaction, so I'm going to just eat this. Looking at the, I assume everything's going straight at him?
Correct.
Yeah, so I only get cover from this sponson here because of the stuff in the way. Everything else is pretty clear. So where do you want to start?
Well, they're all twin link glass cannons.
Start with that one then?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that one.
That'll be a couple shots on 4s because it's spooky scary out. Okay, twin link though. And we got a hit, and let's see if it does any damage. It's strength 9 with Sunder. That is a glance. Would you like to re-roll it? You could go for the pen or just keep the glance. I got 5 hull points on a...
I'll take the glance. I'll keep the glance, yeah.
Right. Then let's go roll a save afterwards. You can go ahead and do these ones because it could pop it.
Right.
Go ahead and throw that one next. Because I think that one's twin linked and that one's probably just a Gravis.
They're all twin linked.
Then we have 3 more shots, all twin linked with the rest. I wasn't sure if that was a Gravis or not. It would make sense that this is just twin linked. It'd be way easier to operate. We got 2 more hits, and we're looking for 5s to glance the front armor of my Land Raider. Thunder! Reroll, looking for a 6.
Nope.
Wow, you just roll 4. You just roll 4 ones.
4 ones.
I still have 1 save to make. And let's see what we got here. We got a 4. That's not good enough. That is a hull point off my Raider of lands. Are fully operational, just 4 remaining hull points. We're gonna go from the Spartan over to this Rhino who's gonna do a advanced tactic.
He's gonna pop smoke.
I'm gonna put some smoke on it to remember that.
Get those out of the way.
The other one's gonna pop smoke too. Could you be so kind as to get me smoke from the corner over there?
I can do that.
Next, we're gonna have the rallied unit of reconnaissance team fire at my missiles, which I will not react to. I only have 1 shooting phase reaction.
So because it's night fighting, they are snap firing, so it'd be 6s.
Yeah, just 6s.
But Fist would hit on 1 better, but they don't get to because of night fighting.
Interesting.
So still 6s.
Stupid Fists. I don't miss. Technically, would have ignored the penalty for night fighting there because the Cognisignum. However, didn't roll any 5s.
Right.
Vindicare is going to fire at my Dreadnought, my Contemptor. He hits on a 2. He ignores night fighting and all that fancy stuff. All right.
Holy crap. Well, he gets a reroll because he's Ballistic 8.
True. He hits on a 4 now, I believe. Now we gotta look. Does hit. He's got BS 8. Okay. And then this is strength 7, so a 4 to wound. But there's like a lot of things to it as well.
I'm looking for a 5 up, so no.
I won't do it. 5 up to wound is D3 damage to this guy. I get my invuln save still, but it's AP2 on the shot. It's actually a pretty good round. We're gonna move on to the reconnaissance team here, who will fire down the table of my heavy weapon team. Only 4 of them are in line of sight, so only 4 of them can die here. And I don't think I could react to those 4 and have them shoot missiles back, but I don't think I will. So these are hitting on 3s because of night fighting.
Yep.
Yeah. And the BS bonus.
Yeah.
What do we get? We got a few misses. Reroll ones because they're in cover, because you're roller trait.
Yep.
And it did not help. 3s to wound with this round. And I guess there's rending 5 up or breaching 5 up or something. Yeah. AP2 on a 5 up.
You can read it.
Ooh, we got 3 AP2s. And then 1 wound. 1 wound. We're good. These 2 get covered, those 2 don't. So I have 3 saves. I'll start with that guy there. 6 up, he's dead. Next guy, 6 up, he's dead. And then this guy will die on the 3rd round. So you do kill 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. And I think those rounds are pinning. Pinning check. We're good. All right, the assault cannons are going to fire at my squad now. So only these 4 models can die to that because they can see down the lane there. But only 4 of them can return fire. So I think I'm going to return fire is my reaction here. So go ahead and roll it up. It's quite a bit of shots.
This is the first.
Yeah, we'll probably only have to resolve the first half. Well, okay, they hit on 3s because of knife fighting, but this is an auto weapon.
Yep.
So you get +1 to hit with it. Strength 6.
Yes.
2 to wound, rending 6 up. It's a carries, but 1 less shot. Oh boy, so 3 rends. So there's 3 rends. Okay, so that's, and then there's 6 saves, so 2 out of the 4 are dead. And then 4, 6. Now granted, that guy's my sergeant. So I'll do 3 Fs until it gets to him. So we are, okay, well the 3 up fails there, good thing. And then that means all 3 of them are dead. Now the sergeant, 2 up, 2 up. Okay. That kills these 3. Boom, boom, boom. Leaving just those 4 and the Siegebreaker. but they all get to return fire. 4 of them do. Yeah. Oh, there's more shots still.
Yeah,
okay. I'm just gonna,
20 more shots.
I'll just resolve this quickly. They all miss.
Okay.
I'm just going to pull him. Because it's going to be Ren's. Here's some covers. Oh, he's dead. That will clear up that. It was another 20,
no, that's fine.
20 assault cannons, yeah. All right, and I don't have any more reactions, so we're going to go to this Contemptor fighting your carries at my Raider of Lands. 3's to hit because it's knife fighting. Okay, didn't really matter. And these are 6s to rend is what we're looking for here on the carries. Sorry, hold on. And that is nada. That will be it for shooting. Okay, so we are gonna go on to my turn 2 after I do a morale check over here. They got shotted up lots, and they are a-okay. First thing I do is the Land Raider drives straight and pivots this way. I'm gonna expose that door over there, and we're gonna disembark our Kalas Typhon and his fun time crew there. No way to disembark them. We are gonna go ahead and activate their jump packs, and they're gonna whoosh this way, jumping in there a little bit, but staying an inch away from everything. I assume no reactions.
Give me 1 second.
Are you gonna use the Dreadnought's charge?
He's gonna charge.
Ah, okay. Dreadnought's in it to win it.
So,
yeah, you actually automatically make it with your initiative.
Yeah.
So he will
I'll
make
still
it.
roll. It's the point of this all is to roll dice, right?
That's fair.
So,
Yeah. Bloop. In they go. All right. So how many? Do you have any more move? That's no more movement phase reactions, though, eh?
correct. Yeah, I only get 1 movement phase reaction now.
All right, so we're gonna disembark Typhon and his Terminators. Disembark from the Land Raider there. So I don't want to get overwatched overly by them. And then a couple of other things to move. I had to sacrifice these guys for this, but I'm hoping it was worth the sacrifice. Dreadnought moves forward. I don't want to go down that lane because their return fire is... I can't actually shoot at them. Their return fire is too powerful, so I have to deal with them in melee. We're going to consolidate our heavy weapon team and our siege breaker right behind the Rhino. This Rhino is our life. This is where we live for the rest of the game. Move these tacticals into the crates just to get better line of sight to the reconnaissance team, and then this tactical team is going to move forward. Before I do that, let's see if knife fighting continues. No, knife fighting is now gone. These guys are just going to move up this way. And again, Death Guard don't care about the terrain. We're just moving a little bit with our bolters, getting them in range. These tacticals are going to stay where they are. I think these assault marines are going to stay where they are. I think all of this is generally going to... Man, that Leviathan's get... they only win them on 6s, but those also are AP2, and it's a lot of shots. So he get torn apart by the assault cannons as well. Can't do much against the assault cannons. We're just going to chill over here, and we're going to use this as like a watch yourself kind of flank.
Last bastion.
Yeah, this is just going to stand exactly where it is, being pinned down by... Well, I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff that's pinning it down, if I'm going to be fair,
Yeah.
be honest. But I wonder if I could pop this guy. Probably not. I'm going to risk our Contemptor. He's going to move to here just to get a range on that Land Raider. However, I'll get in range of a couple of the assault cannons up there. Where he'll end up, he lives at the edge of the board. As for our tacticals, I don't know. All of this I don't really know. Yeah, we're just going to keep it where it is. Just use it as like a go up this way later kind of thing. The tacticals back there are going to move out this way. And just poking themselves out a little bit there, just moving a wee bit. And then it's tough. And then, yeah, that's it. No one else is going to move. We're on to shooting now. Start the shooting off with our Land Raider, firing everything it can into the assault cannon guys.
Okay. Yeah.
No evasion, so I'm just going to fire the last cannons. 1 miss, 2s to wound. So that's 3 cover saves. I'm just going to do the heavy bolter quickly.
Okay.
2 misses, but it's twin linked. And 3s. Okay. Well, you have 3 cover saves and a armor save. 3 covers, 5 up. It stops 1 of them, so 2 die and then a 3 up save. Oh, got 3. All pretty much in line of sight and range, so it can be whoever you want. 1, 2, and 3. So from the Land Raider, we're going to go to our Contemptor, who's going to fire his carries into this Rhino, which I assume you're not going to. You're already shrouded.
Yeah,
the smoke
he's shrouded.
And these are 2s, and your front armor 11, so we need 5s to glance. We got a glance and a pen. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So you have your shroud. Oh, you have 2 6 of cover saves. Yeah. Glance first, that makes sense. You take that, maybe, and then the pen, no cover on that. Just 6 up for the stuff over there. And then shrouds.
Glance.
Glance.
Sorry.
I think you have a 5 up on that. And then do the pen, yeah. And
so the pen goes
what's
through.
What's the pen going to do? Nothing. 2 all points left, and it was a penetrating hit, so we have to see if the tacticals inside have to snap fire next turn. They do not. Next up, we've got our 5 missile launchers firing up at that assault cannon team. No reaction. 3s and 2s. 3 wounds. Cover saves. And you save. Ooh, 3 die. Boom, boom. So we're down to 3 remaining. That's a leadership check for him. We'll conclude all shooting over here And the Land Raider. In fact, I don't have a whole lot of shooting left. We are going to fire... We'll start with that tactical team there. They're going to fire bolter shots up at the reconnaissance team. You will return fire here. I do have 20 shots because of Fury of the Legion. They're all in range. 3's to hit with the Death Guard. We might not hit as well as the Imperial Fist, but we got a lot of bolter rounds. And 4s. Hold that trigger down. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. 4 at a time for the reconnaissance team. So 2 are dead. I guess 2 at a time now from this point. And still... So they're still... And then 2 more. Last 2. 3s. We got 1 more. 3 of them die, but they can all return fire now. They got their fancy bolters. 2s to hit. They don't reroll 1s. These are 3s to wound, and we're looking for 5-ups. That is... That's a wound. All right, I get an armor save. 3 up. We're good. Man, that'll be a leadership check for them at the end there. Oh, no.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. That thing falls over all the time. We're going to go ahead and do... I don't have a whole lot left. The Contemptor is probably going to fire at them. Contemptor can't actually see them because of this thing in the way and the elevation. So his shots are a little suspicious. I could shoot down this way. But let me tell you, that's a return fire I don't want to deal with. I actually might not shoot my Contemptor. These guys are that powerful. So they're 5 shots each or 4 shots each?
4 shots apiece.
Yeah, okay. So it's 4. They each have his gun. But 4 shots instead of 6, but that many times. Now I can shoot the Rhino, so I will. All right, that's what we'll do. 12 shots with the carries, 2s to hit, because this guy shot a gun a few times in his time. And we are looking for 1 glance. You have a 6-up cover for intervening models, and then you have your shroud. Take that! 2 wounds remaining. Okay, or hull points, I should say. Huh. Oh, these guys can probably fire. Missile launcher team, those 2 missiles can see up here to fire. It's hard to fully kill infantry units. 2s to wound, 2 wounds. 5-up cover. Oh, so he does die. And then the console is alive. So we do finish that guy off. The console stands alone. So the only thing we have are the bolt guns that are going to fire at him. I'm going to see how many can see. That guy doesn't have line of sight, so we have 4, 8, 9 guys firing 18 bolter rounds. And 3s. 4s to hurt the Master of Signals. Got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. 2-up saves. He's got Artificer armor. He will take 1. He's got 1 wound left. Right, 1 wound left. If I was smart, I would have shot with Typhon first in his witch sense over here to try and force them to do reaction. Then I could have shot at them. But I did not, and I still don't want the double shoot. It's not worth the witch fire. So I am going to go ahead and just go to charges. So we have to do a leadership check on that guy and the other heavy weapon team. So we'll start with him. He's leadership 9. He's good to go. And then we have the heavy weapon team over there, which I believe are leadership 8, but we'll double check it off after the roll. They're definitely 8. We are going to charge this unit to this unit.
All right, I will overwatch.
Yeah, I assumed you get to see the charge first. Oh yeah, we are going to make it with a 9. These 4 guys could see on the Overwatch, and they can only kill that 1 guy. They have a malfunction rule on or reactive fire. They're all gets hot. So 1 at a time. The 1 of 4 that could see. We have that many hits so far. It's pretty much 2's hit.
Yep.
Okay, 1 guy has 3 armor
3
saves.
malfunctions, yeah.
We'll do that for him afterwards. The 3rd guy, I should say, has all of these hit, and then the last guy, he has 1. You roll him up quickly, see if he dies. He is okay, but he has a miss. And then 1 guy's got 3 armor saves. Oh, that poor gun. You can randomize it. It might not have been him, unless was he the one you wanted to roll for that shot? Because you have to roll
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4 is the one that dies.
Okay.
If we roll 5, 6, 3. So it was
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2s. Please be merciful. The 6s are AP 2. 7 regular saves and 3 rends. So the regular saves, I take a damage. 3 rends. Tartaros plate, he dies. This guy gets killed on the Overwatch. 1 guy kills himself on that, and then they make a 9-inch charge. That's how they charge. 1 guy makes it into base contact, and this guy starts running up and around to get into base contact, and the rest are all just trying to play catch up. They didn't get the +1 of the charge because Mr. Typhon is slowing them down. That is my only charge. So we're gonna go ahead and resolve this fight first.
Okay.
To get it out of the way. Do you have any sergeants in there?
I do have a sergeant.
Do you want to issue a challenge? I'm not going to
don't.
bother. No, okay, I won't bother myself. I am not going to bother risking Witch Sense to increase. There's no reason to go to Weapon Skill 7, and D3 extra attacks is nice, but I don't want to risk the perils. So we're going to go first with our Chaplain, who will pile into these 2 guys, and then Callous Typhon, who will pile into about here to do his attacks, and we'll resolve them, because I believe you're initiative 4.
I want a few less Marines dead.
Any one of my... that's true. You might as well do that.
You're going to... But for combat, you would kill one, probably do 4 wounds, whatever, but you would only kill one with that.
They can all accept challenges. They're all chosen.
Yeah, that's fine. I really don't care who accepts it. So say this is the
That'll be the guy.
Yeah.
To make it simple, I'll accept it with the banner bearer guy.
Okay.
He'll take the challenger, so we'll leave him there. We'll swap those 2 models, but it should be.
Enough.
Are they? Is the sergeant? Can you tell who he is?
No, they're not marked in any way. I should mark it. I'm sorry.
We'll say that if they swap, keep it simple, and then we'll attack with these guys. I'll do the.
That's the sergeant right
there. That's it right there. It's perfectly lined up. The chaplain will swing first at initiative 5. Well, at the same time as Callous Typhon. We hit on 3s, but we have hatred because it's a chaplain. Okay, didn't help there. This is a power maul. Well, it's a mastercraft one, but I would reroll anyways. That's 2 AP3 wounds, so he crushes the skull of 2 dudes, whomever you want it to be. And then Mr. Typhon gets to attack at the same time. He will not have a reaping blow though. Mr. Typhon has 5 attacks on the charge on 3s with hatred. He's attacking with Lacrimate, which is a fleshbane weapon, so 2s to wound. He does get to reroll for his warlord trait, but he doesn't need to. That's 4. He cleaves through 4 of them. Boom, 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 and then any 4. They're all in engagement range. And then initiative step 4 happens, kind of like that. And then this guy, I guess tactically you'd want to go that way because that would just give him an extra attack. You get to choose where they go. Okay, go ahead and do your attacks first. I'll do mine afterwards.
All right.
The starter's got 2 hits or 1 hit and a wound. Got 2 up save on my banner bear. Oh, I just realized I probably shouldn't have put on the banner bear, but I got my save. It's all good. And then 1 attack into the unit. And hit. And no. All right. And then I got all my man reapers. And boom, 3s. Not mastercrafted, but hatred for the Chapulon. And then these are 2s to kill because rad grenade is on Typhon. So that kills that many. So the Death Shroud, clean them up. Boom. Done the challenge separate. I'll just reroll the challenge separately. 4 attacks with that. I'll just got him. There we go. Then they can consolidate. I kind of need to save their butts here. Hopefully they don't run away. I actually really hope they hold this combat. That'd be kind of clutch. What do I want these guys to go? There's nothing else really nearby, so they're going to consolidate in this general direction. This is where they're going to go, but I got to double check that Vindicare assassin. So I got to move these guys over on that initiative because the Vindicare can see this lane. I don't want to be in range of the Vindicare. Or Vindicare is very easily able to kill one of these, and that's an expensive model to kill. We have the fight I don't want to do, which is this one. We're all initiative step 4, so we'll pile in. Hello. They'll pile in. Let's get the power axes. I'm probably going to use... the sergeant shouldn't have piled in. He's going to use his melta bombs. That's okay. I'll just leave him back there. It doesn't really change too much. Go ahead and do your Gravis Fists. It's spooky. And do I use crack grenades or all my chain swords? Probably crack grenades because they automatically hit. If they're crack grenades, they're all unwieldy. I'll just use chain sword because I already piled in. Keeps it simple. You get my chain sword attacks out of the way. They hit on 5s because your weapon skill very impressive. 1 more in there. And then these wound on 6s with shred. So we got 2 wounds. 3, but 2 up saves. Okay. You got 5 attacks against me.
Hit on 3s.
We'll do your saves after this. We got 1 miss and 2s to kill. But pick up and kill, essentially. Pick up and kill. That kills 4 guys. All right. And then you owe me 3 2-up saves for my chain swords.
Okay.
3 2-ups. No damage. Okay, so 4 of my guys are dead. I am going to choose a you. 3 and 4. You're in engagement range. Okay, perfect. So I want to keep the 1 guy in base contact. And then I do my unwieldy pile-ins. Now this guy piles in. This guy would pile in, and this guy would pile in. They're all able to attack. The axes are still AP2. Probably better to use than the crack grenade, but that guy's got a melta bomb. Gosh, I still have to hit with this melta bomb. Oh, we do. Nice. The hardest part. Wounds on. Armor Bane. Okay, we got it. Nice. So we have 1 invulnerable save on the Dreadnought there. It's automatic deflectors. No. It's instant death, but you take D3 damage instead. 1 damage. Okay, well, that helps a little bit. We have 4 power axe attacks. 3 hits. These are strength, I think, 5. So nothing there. That's the end of combat. You win by 3. And I don't have a Vexilla or anything like that. So leadership check. This is a big pacing leadership check here. I'm very curious what this is going to look like. I roll a 3 and a 5. I break. Okay. Would you like to? Oh, yeah, you're going to probably want to sweep here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a 2. You have to roll a 3+ to beat me. You don't. So I do get away.
Okay.
I got to look to see how far away jump pack guys run. All right, they go 11. Run! All right, then you get to consolidate with him 4 inches. Oh, boy. All right, well, he gets to tango with the best of them. Let's see if Kalas Typhon and his Death Shroud can fight a Death Shroud. This thing, that guy there. Okay, that's my turn. That is it. We're on to turn 2 for the Fist of the Imperial variety. One of the first things we're going to do, these assault cannon teams are tired of what's going on up here. They thought this was a good spot. Turns out there's not much going on from over there. So they're gonna. Are they running? I guess they might as well, right?
No, they got a 7-inch move.
Oh, right.
Down 5 over 2.
Down 5 over 2. Here comes the Rhino. Beep beep, coming through. It's all good. Only got those 2. I'll take that blue die back. Oh. You got the wound marker there already. And then we are going to move. Coming over to this Rhino. It is going to move up and around. What's its ambition? What do we think of these guys?
Gonna get guys out and hopefully.
No, I love that.
Shoot them up. Yeah.
Don't do it. They're going to be disembarking. Don't love that. Yeah, he's going to move out of the way. We're going to reposition the Spartan. That will conclude movement. I'm not really going to react to much anywhere. I'm just going to hang out.
Yeah.
To weather the storm. I want to start with the Imperial Fists.
Start with these guys, yeah. So they'll Fury. Can they Fury if they moved out?
They cannot Fury, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
have to stay still. Boom. Only fancy Death Guard get to do
yeah,
that. I think I want a Remorseless advance off this. I was thinking about returning fire, but I want the Feel No Pain against this volley of bolt guns, which can do a lot of damage, all things considered. So we will go ahead and do that. We're going to use remote. This is our once per game Death Guard reaction. They just get a 4 Feel No Pain, and then they get to do a 7-inch move after this.
Oh.
He's got 2 Elastas. That's a damn good Dreadnought, dude. That's
they are very good.
That's crazy.
Them and the Blood Angels, the only ones.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going to save the... I didn't know he had those. I'm going to save the reaction for that guy instead. Okay. He will do slightly more damage on average than they will. Okay, so let's roll it up. 2 stay with these guys. Ooh, somewhere over here works. Love it.
They're only a few more points than the carry.
Yeah. And these are 4s we're looking for. These are going to be 2-up saves. I'm going to put these are all 2-ups. So I'm going to put the first couple on Typhus and the Chaplain, and then the rest on Death Shroud. So Typhus will take a wound, and that's about it. Kalas Typhon. He turns into Typhus later. Okay, and then these guys this guy wants to fire. Yep. I'll use the Remorseless advance there. Right. Because he hits on 2s with this. 8 shots. They all hit, and 2s to wound with Rending. 2s to wound with Rending. 2 Rends. I'll do the 4 saves. Again, first couple on the characters. Feel No Pain. We're good. And the 2 Rends. 4-up invuln on Typhon. And Feel No Pain. Okay. We're backing away from the Dreadnought. We do not want to suffer his attacks yet. I mean, you could still, but I almost just hit this way right into the Vindicare. So yeah, they're good to hide out there from the Vindicare. That's it for this. This guy fires Bolter.
Yes.
All right. Does he want to fire over? Up to you. Into my running Assault Marines. Brutal. Both hit because Iron Imperial Fist. And a pair of wounds. And I will make 1 fail. Who wants to eat that bolt? You. He's done firing. Let's move way over here to this side of the board to the Friend Maker, or the previous Friend Maker. Maybe still call the Friend Maker. I don't know. He's going to elect to fire out of line of sight at this squad over yonder. But we have the Nuncio Vox, I believe. One of his many pieces of war gear that'll let you reroll this scatter here. So let's see what we got here. There's no more knife fighting, so we don't care about too much of that. That's a direct hit, baby. Correct. All right. It's going to hit one of that one tactical there. So roll the wound that tactical first. Looking for 2. That's a save, okay. I'll keep that in mind, then roll 4 wound rolls against my homies. And 2s. 2 Rens, because it didn't move. Yes. 1 save on that tactical. He is A-okay. 2 Rens and these are all instant death as well, and 2 regular saves. So I'll do the regular saves. My sergeant's already dead, so there's no Artificer armor, because he got gunned down by the guys that were over there. Yeah. So these are 3 ups, but it's a blast, so I get to reroll, because they're heavy. And that's it, they're good. And I got 2 Rens. I do have, it's barrage, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So I get no cover against that. What can I think I just lose 2 guys. I'm trying to think of some weird way to finagle my way out of this. I don't think there is one. Yeah. I think 2 guys just get deatomized. Boom, boom. There we go. Put it on the refractor field, but I don't want him to die. He's not a bad fighter. He's a little console with the power sword. Also, I'm going to put a couple dice here. They have to do a leadership check at the end of the shooting phase. And then we round 2 with the Spartan, firing everything into my Land Raider. I guess everything's twin linked, right?
Correct.
There's no cover saves in the way, so just whatever you get is whatever you get. Trees with the twin linkage. So we got 3 hits so far, plus a hit.
1 more.
We have 5s to glance my front armor, 6s are pens, and it does have a Sunder. did we get here? Can you roll a good Wade?
We'll try.
You got a pen and a pen and
Okay.
2 rerolls. It's not looking good for my Land Raider, but he's got some work in. Okay, 2 pens. I guess I could have shrouded that. Yeah, I guess I would. I'd be crazy not to.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing else to do with my shooting reactions. Well, I already used 1. Am I returning fire anywhere before I honestly do this? I don't think there's anything of a note here. Shroud? Neither. So they're both going through. What's it going to be? +1 to both rolls? You're looking for a 6. Immobilized and shaken. He's reinforced. So we take a couple hull points and I no longer move. Okay. Thank you for that. His engine's all messed up. He can't move. His exhausts are clogged. And then what's the plan?
Carrie's gonna fire back here at
My tacticals?
these guys.
Oh, my heavy weapons?
Care about those tacticals.
That's fine. All right, bring it on. Hitting on 2s. Does he have, like, the gun in his other hand? Like the
He
Elastis?
does have an Elastis, but the Elastis is only a 24.
I think the carry is only 24 as well.
I thought
It's 24, but we're going to pair that up with the other gun, and we're just going to do 10 shots in my tacticals. So he gets 2 less shots, but he still has the Gravis. Oh, no, or him. That works, too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to him. I'm not too worried about the tacticals doing anything anymore.
Wow, that's fair. 10 shots. 2s. And we need 6s, but those are also rending. Tearing apart my Leviathan, 1 bolt at a time. We got 1. I have his deflector, which we will fail. He's got 6 wounds left. Okay. Now it's go time. All right, and what do we? Oh, we got I got those guys up there. Reconnaissance team is going to fire at this tactical marine team here. Should be full squad, right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hang on, 2s, you're rolling 1s because I got the Castellan in there. And rerolls. Okay, good thing you got the rerolls. That's 4. And okay, 1 fail. These are going to be 3s to wound here. They really left my deployment zone, so I think some of them have. And we got 2 Rens. These guys, yeah, these guys can't be. I got 1 over here. You can probably see him.
Yeah, I can see him. I'll take the Renz on him.
Yeah, they're snipers, so the wounds. So he does have cover because of this.
Okay.
So you have a 6 up against the Rens. He died. Blah! And then you can't see him.
Correct, I cannot.
All right, so then the rest are on these guys. So a Rend. Let's lose you. Blah. And then I have 1 save. Then we got 3 regular saves. So 3 up. 1 more gets gunned down. That will be a leadership. These
And
are
a pinning.
And a pinning. Oh, let's go ahead and do that now. Are they pinned? Yes. Okay. Now, Death Guard can still move when they're pinned, but they have to follow the other rules. So they can't charge and they have to snap fire.
Okay.
Let's lose. I'd lose 1 more guy. Eh? Let's lose you. No, you know what? He might not be in line. That guy. Boom. Vindicare. 1 shot at my Leviathan. Hits on a 2. And then we need a 5 to wound, but 5 is also instant death. That's a 2.
I saw a 6.
Oh, that was close.
He rolled a 2 last time.
Would I have saved it? I would have. Okay. We're going to do 2 bolters into my tactical marine squad. Might be 1 bolter because it's probably not within 12.
Yeah.
2 and a 4. Nope. That'll be all the shooting. So I owe you a morale check over here, and you sniped my damn sergeant. Didn't matter. We're okay. Still pin. I'm going to lay a guy down to remember that. Or try to. And my heavy weapon team here lost a couple homies. They're good because they have a Centurion in there. They got a Siege Breaker. I will. Actually, I get to see the charge first, yeah. I can't Overwatch with the Alchemical Flamers because they're not within 8, but I could do Typhon's thing. Sorry, he makes a smoke cloud. he does a blast. He does a blast. Okay. You go ahead. You want to charge them first?
Yeah, so here's the deal. I do not want to charge it with him.
Okay, fair.
Okay, because they'll get eaten up. So I want to charge and fail with them, move them here, because you could move half if you fail. It's like a 12-inch charge. So my chances of actually succeeding are slim.
I see.
I would have just tied them up, but you'll kill me next round.
I'll probably kill him this combat. Yeah,
right.
With all those, they're all AP2
So
attacks.
hopefully they can survive a single round of combat. Well, no,
you want to fail the charge.
I want to fail it, and then you'll get into combat. You'll probably wipe them, but then I can get another round with him.
Fair. Okay, I see what you're thinking. I see. Reroll that one. A 7. So they're going to go 3.5 inches towards me, and I will... I'll Overwatch, sure, with Typhon. And then he'll do his psychic... I got to do a psychic power, though. Psychic focus, leadership 10, we pass. He'll conjure a toxin cloud. Just on that guy's head, I guess. Let the scatter it, normal rules. Okay, it hits well, and that was on his head, so it's going to hit everybody. This is Strength 1 Fleshbane. He gets to re-roll Fleshbane with his Warlord trait. That's 10 saves on them. No AP. It's AP 4, but it's not like a relevant AP 4 here. All right, let's see how many survive the Toxic Cloud. Not too many die, only 3 die. Because
they're not.
Any 3 of them die, and then I don't think pinning matters. Roll me a pinning check. I don't think it'll matter. Even if you still make your surge move and all that, I believe. And so you would fail naturally. Okay, let me double check. Their charge fails, but it already failed. But you can still probably surge, maybe or not. Ultimately, I don't.
Not
think
if they don't get to move.
I don't. I think they. I think they keep their heads low. Yeah. So I think he pins them in place there. Would you like to charge with this guy?
No.
No. Okay. Then that will be it for the turn. Mr. Typhon holds. Okay. That will bring it to battle round 3. I'd like to try and rally my assault marines here. They are. Let's keep going, boys. They're gonna run 7. Or they end up as they boogie woogie, as I would like to say, obviously. So we're gonna go ahead and keep moving things. We're gonna go with these tacticals moving now. They're just gonna move there. They're gonna fire at your tacticals here. I'm gonna react with the Contemptor Dreadnought and advance towards my tacticals.
They move 7 inches, right?
7 and 6. Yeah. And Typhon will move forward with his Death Shroud in an attempt to catch that Contemptor. I think after that, those guys are running. The missile launchers are going to stay still. So we are going to position our Contemptor in a better spot, I suppose. Move up and support the Land Raider, I guess, and start trading blows with your Contemptor. And I got to kill this guy because he's still infantry. He's still worth a point, but he's hanging up there with 1 wound. So we have to reposition our Tactical Marines to be able to fire at him. These Tactical Marines here are good. These ones have to reposition a little bit. Because that stupid Havoc launcher is blocking that guy's line of sight. So I have to like back them up a little bit. And make it so he could see a little bit better up there. Stay within 24, of course. I had to pull them out a little bit just to form up to get in range to fire at him. And then the rest of my moves, well, we are going to go ahead. Probably just keep them there. And we're going to start moving our things. This guy's going to go this way. 8-inch move, you'll take him to there. Because he needs to help take them out. I'm going to activate the jump packs and then move them. Landing there, and I decided, because they weren't going to do much where they ran an additional 4 inches. So they're A-okay there. And exactly that. I think our Leviathan is going to move forward that way. Or that way. He's going to go generally right there. That's where he's going to end up. Our missile launchers. We're going to move that way to get better shots on the Rhino. This squad here, it is currently pinned. We're going to move you to there, you to there. You're going to stand up to signify the pinning is now done. The great pinning is over. Whatever, they're just going to hang out still. They still snap fire. Can't charge. I think that's it. We're going to go right on to shooting. I think for shooting, we're going to keep it simple. The Land Raider here is going to put... I can only see this one model, but I want to kill it. We're going to put the Heavy Bolter there. And then we're going to put all the las cannons into this Contemptor in front of me. Okay. Spartan, I can only glance the Spartan. So yeah, he's immortal. We're just going to go into the Contemptor. Would you like to return fire or anything? Contemptor would like to evade the las cannons? Yep. That makes sense. Scrap that. Dreadnoughts are fearless. They cannot evade. No return fire, though?
No.
All right, las cannons. 3s and 2s. 2 wounds on the Contemptor. 5 ups. Make 1, fail 1. That's 1 damage. And then the Heavy Bolter was into the Heavy Weapon team. 3 hits and 2 saves. 3 ups. You fail 1. That's the only guy I can see, but he dies. And then the Contemptor has 5 remaining wounds. Suppose there's the Havoc launcher too, but I'm not going to bother shooting it. Let's go to my Contemptor. He's going to put his double carries into your Contemptor. And
I'll
then,
return fire there.
There we go. And 2s. And 6s. Oh, these are 5s to wound. Oh, 1 rend. 5 up save. I do no damage. You get 10 shots back. 2s. And same thing. They're all strength 6, so 5s to wound. But 6s are especially good. Oh man, he did a lot better than mine. 6 wounding hits. So I got 3 2-ups. We're good there. And then the deflector, take 2 damage. Well, my Contemptor obviously has to go back to Assault Cannon school. Let's do my tactical squad there, firing up at your Master of Signals. You want to evade or anything? No, yeah. So here's the first half. They're all in range. And then these are going to be 4s. So far, 4 saves. Okay. Second volley for Fury. And an additional 3. 7 saves on him. 2 ups. Oh, he died. He takes 3 wounds. He gets bolt gunned to down. That squad doesn't really have any targets, so we're going to go into our missile launchers here. We're going to put all 5 missiles into your Rhino. Now, we are Death Guard. They count as standing still, so they get to fire heavy at full BS. And you would like to evade, I assume?
Yes, please.
All right. But boom. We got, well, you know what? I got 2 hits. And a pen. Get a 6-up cover. Because I got minions in the way, or homies. And then your evasion. Nice. These missiles can't see anything. That's pretty much all I care about firing over here. Over there, sorry. I got these 2 squads to fire here still. I'm just going to fire into that squad of tacticals there with these tacticals. And it is what it is. And we got the minor combi flamer on him. It's now chemical flamer. We do get 1 hit though. So we'll use that, firing everything over there. And let's see if that gets hot, because it's got a gets hot quality. It does not. So the wound on him, it's Fleshbane. Okay, well, you're good. And then the wound on that guy. 1 wound on them. 3 up. Oh, okay, he dies to the flamer. And then we have the other bolt guns. Ooh, I can fire both parts of the combi bolter now. That's kind of cool. Okay, well then those 4 models are in rapid fire range. It'll be 12, 24 shots. Here's 12 out of 24. In the first half. Okay, that's 7 wounds. And the second volley, I never really picked those up. There we go. And these are 4, so 7 wounds plus another 5, 12 wounding hits. 12, 3+ saves from the Fury of the Death Guard. I kill 5.
Yep.
5 get gunned down. 5. Leaving just, oh, wow, it's just a sergeant, eh?
Just the sergeant.
I have the Leviathan to fire and then these Death Shroud to fire. Sure, I'll do that. I'm gonna fire, I guess they'll, how many shooting phase reactions do you have left?
I have none.
Okay, then I'll just fire, yeah. It's combi bolter, I guess. Okay. No. Typhon's flamer's in range. It does not get hot. Wounds on a 2. I technically have to re-roll it because of your dreadnought, but I also have re-rolls on it. So I re-roll. There we go. You could easily say they can't cancel each other out and the final roll exists, because no matter what, it has to be re-rolled. I either re-roll it if I fail, or I re-roll it if I succeed. So in the end, the initial die roll would be it, but it's all good. 1 2-up save. And we got a nothing. No damage. What a surprise. He's got firing protocol, so I could fire his Witchfire, but I don't think there's a point in doing that against the Dreadnought, because we've got a 2-up save. Big to the other side of the battlefield, we have our Leviathan, who will... I'm actually probably going to fire everything into... Oh, I haven't fired this guy. I haven't fired any of my Dreadnoughts. So I'm going to put everything from this Dreadnought into that assault team. Only 6 bullets. 1 miss. 2s to hurt them. 2 rends and 2 wounds. 2 6 steps from the cover of the building and 2 regular saves. So the cover... Okay, they died to that. Boom, boom. All right. Then the Leviathan will fire everything into your Contemptor. Melta in his hand will not be in range, though.
Got
Heavy 4 on the Melta Lance. All hit. We're not in Armor Bane range, so 2 wounds. 2 invulnerable saves. You make 1. And I'll put the Phosphex right on his noodle as well. Bloop. Direct it. Does it hurt? It is poison. 3 up. I have to reroll because you're a Dreadnought. It does. It's AP2. Flector says you're good. However, there is a little Phosphex marker there. Anything within 1.5 inches of that when they move will take a difficult terrain test, and it's -2 movement. We're done. We're done shooting. We have nothing to charge over here, but we do have a rather important charge over here. Oh, we have to do a leadership check on that guy.
Yep.
Let's see if he holds. He's leadership 8. He's good. For Dorn. We are going to attempt to charge over here. You're probably going to want to Overwatch, but you get to see what the charge is first. Dreadnought's like a massive pain in my side. 8? We probably make it. We're going to make it in. Would you like to hold steady or set, Overwatch?
Overall.
Yeah, I'm thinking Overwatch makes sense. All right, these are all 2s to hit with his 8 shots. Boom. Excellent gun. I'm actually very jealous. I like Dreadnoughts a lot, and that's a really cool gun for the Dreadnoughts.
It's almost like a no-brainer.
I know, right? It seems, yeah.
Well, and the only reason that one's carried, because I could have swore they were 36 inches. So.
It's the extra shot's not the worst. The extra 2 shots. Because the real difference is you either get 1 more melee attack or 2 more shots on your gun. So it's not like too bad, but you're paying points for the carry. Oh, how many points is the handgun? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's
25 for the fist variant, eh? I wonder if it's better just to take the carries over there.
Well, so the reason too to take this, you can take a power fist and then a chain fist.
Oh, you could take a chain fist. That's true.
So you're paying 15, but you get an extra attack. You can get a separate fist.
And you get the options, eh? Yeah. Okay. Do you have a chain fist there?
It is. It's not modeled. That's
I see.
The only model that's not with.
I called you out. I didn't even know my bad.
Yeah, Forge World.
I get it. Yeah, absolutely. So you got, that's not a bad build because it makes them a bit more expensive, but the versatility on them.
That's the reason.
Is substantial. Yeah. It's very significant actually. So you still get you miss out on 4 assault cannon shots, but then you have the option of a chain fist, and you have the extra melee attack. I like it. But then again, I'm not opposed to the carries over there too, because then you save a little bit of points. You have a little bit more shooting and 1 less melee attack.
Yeah, if I had the points, which so far, like, I'm still kind of working on a list and stuff.
Well, you're like relatively new to the Heresy as well.
Yeah. So some things are underwhelming. Now I understand, like, it's underwhelming in situations. So, like, I think, like, the Vindicare, really, I don't feel like it's been worth its points this game.
I've tried to run him 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a single weapon shot. But you know what the worst part is?
Yeah.
Say you lined up on my, like, a character or something I really needed, and you just rolled that 5 for instant death, and I fail my save, and then it feels bad for me because I'm like, oh jeez, okay, you just.
So you're essentially 125 points for a maybe die roll.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, all 6. He's really hard to kill, so I'll get 6 shots.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get all your shots with him. Yeah.
You gotta. I mean, you could sit and do the math. It's like, okay, 6 shots. You know, what are the chances of hitting and rolling that 5?
There are a couple spots where, like, it might be clutch to take out, like, an Artificer Armor Sergeant, reduce the unit's leadership, then hit him with a pinning weapon or something afterwards. Things like that are kind of cool, yeah.
And so, like that, but like a Vigilator, I feel kind of is. It's not
I think a
quite
Vigilator
the
is like
same
120 points. I think they're the same points.
They're
almost.
close, but like I already have enough sniper rifles that one I could have easily.
One more tactical
like
unit.
lights lights for the vehicles, or switch out his fist. I feel would have been better use of the points, but
I mean, absolutely, I could agree. It's hard to quantify the assassans because they could do nothing for 6 games in a row and then carry you hard one game.
That one game.
That one game, it's like, God, I know, right? It's hard. It's hard to quantify them, right? So it depends on, like, how many games you play and how effective you are, and they can really catch an opponent flat-footed as well.
Yeah.
Say,
I mean, it's keeping you, like, kind of
exactly. I've been like really aware of him, so every move I make, I'm like, I don't want so that guy has a move because of the Vindicare. Their movement has been really particular because of the Vindicare as well. So it is having an effect on the game. Yeah. It's just not really showing it mechanically. It's more of a psychological thing, right? So that's hard to quantify the value of that as well too. So far, I've been able to wiggle my way around it. These guys got pooped on like just naturally by the game itself, but these guys I have to be careful with because one bad shot and my Warlord's dead, and that's a victory point. Well, after that conversation, I have to remember to do my saves here. So I have 5 wounds and a rend on that unit as they go in. I will do the rend on Mr. Typhon first. Typhon can't take any of these hits from the Dreadnought because he'll be instantly killed. So he's going to, like, absorb, like, some of the, like, a little piddly fire here. So 1 at a time on Typhon. So he's down to 2 wounds. I'll keep it at that, and I'll do saves on the regular Terminators now. They take a wound. That's relatively unimportant, so he'll go down to 2 as well. And then the charge, they make it. So they end up charging in. I don't believe I have any other charges, so we're good to fight here first. There's no point in doing any weird challenges or anything. Both of these 2 characters are going to be striking first, and then all of this will pile in and fight the Contemptor at the same time as he's swinging. I will do Witch Sense on Kalas Typhon, though. He's got to do a Psychic check. I'm going to double check if that was the 4 or not, because he's leadership 10. So it's either the 4 or the 3, so either way he passes. He gets an extra D3 attacks. 2 more attacks, and 1 more weapon skill. Weapon skill won't matter, though. He is going to be swinging with 6 attacks here, hitting on 3s with Hatred. Hatred. Okay, didn't matter. These wound on 2s, Fleshbane, I get to reroll successes, and I have to reroll fails, so I have to reroll the whole thing. Aha! Look at that. So the end result is I get 4 wounds against you. These are all AP2 with Lacrimae. 3 damage with him. He's got 2 wounds remaining. We're going to have to put in some work here to make this get through. He did pretty good, though. Okay, let's do Mr. Chaplin. He's got 4 attacks on the charge. He's weapon skill 5, so I hit on 4s, but I got Hatred. Aha. Didn't matter. I think I'm just going to roll wounds to see what I get. That wounds. That does not. 4, 5, 6. So 1 2-up save. Okay. Good there. And then at initiative step 4, bloop, and then you also get to swing. I guess you'll just hang out there. No reaping blows or anything like that, but they're going to have lots of attacks. I'll get mine out of the way. I hit on 4s because we're the same weapon skill. Oh gosh, I need the Hatred. I got 1 hit. Does it help? Oh no, that's okay. I got to double check rad grenades and then do my wound roll. Interesting, rad grenades do work on a Contemptor Dreadnought. So it brings you down to toughness 6. These are strength plus 2, so force. Well, sadly, only 1 wound at AP3. Had 1 3 2-up save on your Dreadnought there. Right. And he's got Fancy Ceramite. You are good to go. You have 4 attacks back at me, sir. You hit me on 4s because we're the same weapon skill. Not bad. Good start. 2s to wound me, naturally. Oh, so this is brutal. I have to take it on a character, which would instantly kill them, or I could put it on my Death Shroud guy. I'm gonna put it on my Death Shroud guy. They are battle hardened, so you need to be strength 10 to instant kill them. So brutal. I make no invuln save, so he dies. He takes 3 damage. He's only got 2 wounds on him. Ooh. Actually, I'm gonna double check battle hardened to make sure it's all attacks, not just shooting. All right. Well, I won the combat, but you are fearless, sir. So we are good to go. So this guy's going to continuously pile. He's going to get stuck there because he can't squeeze past those. So that is, that's all she wrote for my turn 3. We are on to your turn 3. I'm move the Contemptor first. Go ahead and roll me, after he moves, or roll a
I'll
d6.
just roll it now. So.
On a 1, he takes a wound. He's okay. And then he gets to move 6 inches. He's going to end up over there. I'm just going to put this back to, it was right about there. So it's a little 1.5 inch radius of Phosphex. The guy got 1 wound left? Or
Him?
4, he's got 4.
No, yeah.
So
what's the movements on the
12 on
12,
them.
so 6 you can move and shoot.
Mr. Spartan, he's going to move boop, 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 boop. And then we have to do a dangerous terrain check. And you're good. And though he's not slowed down by the movement, though, luckily, so he's just going to go his 6. Spartan moves up onto the terrain there, but he does not get immobilized. And that's it for him. I'm gonna opt to go the full movement on the Spartan here, just to get an extra, so next turn they can move 6 again and get those Terminators out of there. I gotta run away from that. I cannot deal with what's inside of there until I have Callous Typhon free, and he's like way behind that Void Shield generator, so that's not ideal. I think I'm gonna use my movement reaction on that for that Contemptor to withdraw. Looking at how close he was to the Assault Marines, they were totally going to withdraw. I was gonna withdraw if you disembarked. I was gonna withdraw on his move towards them. Disembarking them was okay because they're gonna be on the difficult terrain, but Wade opted to move further, which makes more sense because then the Terminators are moving 7 next turn. It'll move 6, they'll move 7, as opposed to moving 6, moving 5, and then I'll be able to escape them with my stuff. One is shooting. The Whirlwind Scorpius has line of sight to these. That's a pretty damn clean hit of all those dudes there. So we are gonna go ahead and scatter that. It'll hit all of them on a direct. Oh, damn, that's good. That is 7 hits right there. These are going to wound on 2s with Rending 4 up because it didn't move. Rocket Salvo. And we have 4 Rends and 2 saves. The 4 Rens, there's 4 guys dead because the barrage, I have no cover against that. So 2 regular saves though. 4 Rens. Well, I guess I'll lose regular chains. Oh, I need chainswords. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chainswords are dead. 2 regular saves are just, I don't want to lose my power size, so power axes, I guess. Oh, power axe eats poop and dies. We're gonna move on to the Spartan firing.
So I'll fire this one at full ballistic, because it's 2 shots instead of the 1.
Yeah, oh, and then everything's just gonna go into them?
Yes, yeah.
And then, yeah, everything is everything in the Land Raider, I guess?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring it on. We have 2 hits, and they might as well roll up the other 3 snap firing. And 6s.
Oh.
Ooh, and 1 reroll. And the reroll says, all right, we got 4 hits, not bad. 5s to glance, 6s. Boom, 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 pen. So we have 1 pen, 2 pens. I have no cover against that. I guess I could have evaded, but it was a little too late there. I got other things I don't want to evade that. So roll up it was 2 pens?
2 pens, yes.
So I'm going to be dead. I know it says 4 there. I meant to knock it down to 2. It only has 2 left because you got 2 last time. Yeah, because it was
see if it explodes.
Yeah, see what we get there. On the explosion, no, it's further shaken. It is no longer operational. Not bad, Spartan. Well, it looks like you won the tank fight. It's pinned, so you're just going to hang out there. You got pinned by.
Both of these guys will shoot at the guys back there.
Works. Right. That guy's got Snapfire. This one does not.
Yeah.
Shooting him first. Right. Oh, 100% it's 12, yeah. So 2s to hit with Twin Linked if you need it. You do. Or 4 to wound. All right.
All right.
And then 1 Snapfire from Mr. Sergeant who decided to stick around. He does not hit.
Okay. For pointing that out.
We've got to move this guy back because he was in a position where I could have just shot it and charged the guys inside. So better for him to back up because the Imperial Fists have the last turn of the game. So those will get to shoot probably 1 time this game. Opting to not shoot him because I assume you want to charge my Leviathan. Or 2 more.
Yeah, I want to shoot them and maybe it'll be a disorder charge. But
before we get to him, let's do the recon squad up there. Recon squad is thinking about putting some damage on probably this tactical squad. You got better line of sight to all the characters and stuff.
Yeah, they can see them all that.
And 2s. Rolling 1s because they're in cover. And the reroll for the Warlord trait.
Sorry if I'm going.
No, that's good. And these are going to wound on 3s. And these are sniper with rending. 5 up. So we got, 5 Wrens and 2 wounds. Sergeant into Vexilla, and then the rest don't really matter. So Sergeant has a cover save. He dies. He gets a 6 up on the crater. And then that was one of the Wrens, and then that guy is just straight up dead, I think. That guy is dead. And then 2 more Wrens. At this point, and then I have, what, 2 saves? Let's do 2 saves. All right, so 2 more guys should die. Blah, blah. Let's lose these guys. That is a leadership check if I've ever seen one.
And pinning.
Oh, pinning. That's right, pinning now. They are, they're pinned. Nice. I'll lay a guy down to remember. All right, then we have the Vindicare firing a shot at the Leviathan. Again, 2 to hit. We're rolling into a 4 if we need it. Anywhere works.
You can see it.
That hits, and we need that same roll again.
We need that 5. I'm going to switch die.
That one's used up to 5. Let's see. Or 6. Oh, okay, no, he's too tough. The Contemptor is going to opt to put even more pressure on my poor Assault Marine squad who decided to commit. Clearly, you have chosen infantry as your target as well.
I'm coming from.
And 2s. All right, and 2s. I have 2 Wrens and 5 saves. So 2 guys are dead. And then 5 saves. Oh, you know what? I got 2 days conveniently right here. Oh, we got lucky. Okay, because that guy's got Artificer armor. I still have to do a leadership check though. That'll be it for shooting. So I owe you a leadership check on these guys. They are still leadership 8. They're out of here, and they are gonna run 5 inches. That's off the board. So they are gonna decide we're gonna continue this fight elsewhere, folks. That is an infantry kill. I got a test for these guys. They're currently pinned. They're running. So they're a death guard. They actually do run. 8 inches. That guy's just gonna go drag 8 inches. Okay. Nice. That's it. Do you have no charging to do because he shot at them?
Yeah, everybody that can charge has charge.
Has charge. Gotcha. Then we're on to the fun combat. Fun combat. Come on, Typhus. We got to do Witch Sense. He passes, so he gets an extra 2 attacks again. So he's got 4 attacks normally. He's got the initiative here, plus his 2 on Lacrimate for his Witch Sense because he sees the future. These hit on 3s. It's pretty good. And for the meme, I'm going to do they wound on 2s, but I have to re-roll Fleshbane because you're a Dreadnought. All right, there we go. Didn't matter. It's all the same. 6 wounding hits. 5 of Invuln. And you die. How far do you explode? Because that automatic deflector is unstable. And it goes 3. Well, that's going to hit all of my guys there. And I'll double check, but I think 2 of them. So it hits these 3 tacticals, all of them, and it does not hit the Rhino. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and roll up the wounds. Do the 3 tacticals first.
The tacticals?
The tacticals. These are all AP nothing, but strength 8. So let's do 3 up armors. Ooh. 2 guys die. Okay, good. Because I technically had to roll those 2 at a time, because then the sergeant would have had to take the last one.
Right.
But luckily,
it worked out.
It worked out. And 4 wound hits on that. Yeah, they're all 2 ups. They're all 2s to wound. Okay, well, I'm going to take these on the Death Shroud, because otherwise it's instant death. So these are 2 ups. I take no damage. He is removed. Bloop. One final little hoorah before he goes down. That's where they end up. That will be the end of the turn. Yeah, we're on to turn 4 now. Battle round 4 of 6. We're going to keep this nice and simple. This tactical squad's going to push forward and just try and gun him down. Okay, so you are going to react with him and get back on the vehicle. I could have waited was okay with me not moving and then not allowing that, but then these guys would have still triggered the same things. That means they're pinned in place. I want them to be able to move.
Well, you have to move. You have to end your movement.
They're not fast enough. They're too slow, I think.
They'd still be within 12, probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, because they can't run because of him in the unit. That's the downside. Oh, and the other guy too. So that's okay because they can just crack grenade it or whatever.
Shoot it too.
It'll take a few turns to get there, but we're going to get there.
But you have to do it. That's the point.
That's the thing. I got to do it. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and move this squad just that way. Okay, so that's where they're going to end up again, hiding from the Vindicare there, pushing forward because they're going to be the only thing that can really answer that unit over there. And is there any characters there, or is it just 8 Terminators?
Just 8 Terminators.
Still that 3 up Invuln though.
Yeah. And strength 10. Solar gauntlets.
Well, perhaps we don't engage them. Weapon skill 5, or are they just cataphracty? I mean Tartaros. Okay, well, we're still going to move towards them. I could get the side armor of this bad boy with the carries. But I could start putting pressure on them. Worry about that a little bit later. Rally this assault squad. 8? They got a sergeant. They're good to go. They're going to rally there. And then we have this squad over here that needs to attempt to rally. They do not have a sergeant, but they're good to go. They are going to move just generally this way. They're not going to be taking many shots. Just going to reposition, though I don't want to get too many things. Actually, let's go this way over here. I don't want to get shot at. You know how it is. Probably going to keep the missile launchers here so they can put shots at this rhino because I got to hunt that down. And for that, we're going to move you this way. So again, don't care about the terrain. We're just going to end up over here, and he's on the prowl. I think the last thing I have to move are these big dummies. I'm not going to do too much fancy with them. I'm pretty pinned by the Terminators in there, and I forgot I didn't move a couple of things, actually. This tactical squad that was right there ran backwards, spreading out because the Scorpius is nasty. And then we're going to move our Contemptor, which I forgot about as well. We're just going to move it kind of near the legs there. We're going to move there to get some side shots on the Spartan. Very tempted to try and take out the Spartan with what I have here, but then I'll have a Contemptor that's just really nearly free to move around. That's not ideal. We're going to go on to shooting. We're just going to start right here. Everything into the front of that vehicle there. No reaction there because I got missiles lined up on him. 2 misses. And the front armor is, that's a pen because that's rank 12. Okay. So just 1 pen. That's it. Not bad there. He is stunned.
Inside.
That's right. We got a stun on him. That's it. We got the missiles next. That's 5 shots on 3s.
They will evade.
Yeah, that makes sense there. Yeah. 3s. No thunder here, so that's a lot. We'll say they're all 6 up cover. So he's got that in the way, this in the way. And then this is kind of in the way for that one guy. So it's 1 glance and 3 pens. So we'll do the 3 pens first, I guess?
Yeah,
the ones that matter.
Yeah.
All right, then we do 3 shrouds. See if they matter. Oh, 1 gets through. That's all I need.
Yep.
What does it do? Nothing. So that is shook, and they're going
to leadership check for the guys inside right now.
Yeah, do for the earlier pen. They are snap firing, and let's see if they're pinned on the emergency disembark. They a lot of failed leaderships this game, so they're pinned as well. And there's the emergency disembark. They're all well. There you go. They're all on the battle mat. They're good to go. But they're pinned. Bad marker. Just lay a guy down to remember they're pinned. There, I guess we're gonna move up to here. It's kind of the same concept where if I shoot you, you shoot me back.
Yeah.
And it just makes me weaker, but I'm not super confident I'm going to kill you with my clamper right away, so I'm just going to fire anyways. And I assume we want to return fire.
I will return fire.
I will start with the Cyclonic Melt and Lance on 2s, and these are 3s. 4 saves. And invulns. Well, you take 3 damage. You got 1 wound left. I got the Melt-A-Gun in his hand. Hits. Wounds. 1 more invuln. And okay, you're dead. This will stand back up and knock that over earlier. And then you get to shoot back. And then I would have shot the Phosphex as well, just at his feet. Let's see if it scatters. It will be a directed just right underneath his feet. So I'll put that there later. Okay. No need to save it. You do your shots back. 2s. It's a gunfight. That's a damn good roll.
Defensive equipment.
That's okay.
Can you see it right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
6s. No, don't roll 6s. That's 3. My deflector. He's got 3 wounds left. And then your explosion. Roll how far that bad boy is, because it can actually hurt both of us. It'll be 2? I'll do a save on my guy just in case. Okay. If it hit me, it's not going to hit you, that's for sure. And then my guy makes a save even if it does.
I don't know that you're close enough. Okay.
All right. So we got him. And there you go. All right. Not so bad. Didn't have to risk going to melee, I suppose. It's not bad. So we're going to put... Man, I really want to shoot up at that tactical, the recon squad up there. I will. I'm going to put both the carries up there, that recon squad. Do you want to return fire with them? Or evade? You're going to return fire. It's not very likely to do too much lasting damage to the Spartan. I would love to immobilize it, but I need like 6s and 5s and 6s. So the odds of it are very unlikely. But I'm going to keep my peepers popped on this roll to see what it looks like. So those are all the hits. And then these are 2s to wound. Okay, so I would have only gotten 1. That's actually your die, funny enough, because mine are the Taco Kitties, but they're very similar, as you could tell. We'll have to figure out afterwards which is whose. Now, these are all wounds except for those, hypothetically. Okay, I would have done nothing to the Spartan, but that's 1 rend against you. So you have yourself 4, 7 saves, and a rend.
Okay.
First, 5 up cover. You are going to fail that.
And then 7, you said?
Yep. 7 3-ups. Or you do 2-ups on the character.
I'm going to do 2-ups on the character.
You do 2 at a time? Do 1 at a time, sorry. I don't want to trick you into dying. So 1, 2, for Dorn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, you would have made all your power armor saves.
Yeah.
But one of them do die to the rending, though. Yes. And then they return fire. 2s to hit. Rule the 1s because we had a character. And these are going to be 5s to wound, actually. Rending
yeah,
5s,
that's actually the Warlord trade I'm going to take forever because he, so this is a reaction.
Yeah.
So he has a get hot rule, but he gets to reroll his 1s.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, because he's got the fancy assault cannon. That's right. We have 4 rends. Ah, I was hoping not to see 4. Okay, that's fine. And then he gets an extra shot with his gun because of reasons.
Doesn't get hot.
Oh, he rolled a get hot one, so that's funny.
With the reroll.
Yeah. And then these are...
Strength 6.
So we got...
So 1 more.
That's another rend, okay. Yeah. Oh, he should probably kill my Dreadnought on that. Now, let's see his armor save for the gets hot. Okay. And that's going to be... You're fine. Oh, that was a misplay. Do I live? I do. Okay, I take 3 damage. I got 1 wound left.
Right.
Yeah, I can knock him down to 1. Is it 1 or 4? It's all the same to me. He's still living. It's going to be it for shooting over here. In fact, that's it for most of my shooting. 1 missile launcher. I can fire at that rhino. Right over here. And we got Sunder because of the character. Let's see. Let's go. 3. All right, the only thing I got left is charging. These guys are going to declare charge against the rhino. I assume he would not like to overwatch or hold or anything.
We have no other charges, right?
I do. This is actually the only reaction you have, so you might as well overwatch here, no matter what the charge roll is. 2 hits and 4s. We're good. And my charge distance, 7. Charging like this, and then I have 1 more charge. Way over here, it's over 10, but we get +1 to the roll. We fail. We surge forward. We technically roll an 8, so we go 4. So he's gonna go surge there. I'll get them. They're all pinned anyways. That will be the end of my turn over here. We have 1 fight to do against the rhino. We're gonna use our crack grenades. So they're gonna pile in there. It's at the end step here, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Naturally. I'm gonna try and get a base contact. Anyways, here they go. 8 automatic hits with crack grenades. Strength 6 against the back armor, so we need 4s. So we have pen, glance, as it's blown to smithereens. And none of that can explodify it. So we have to do a pinning check and a snapfire check. Pinning. He is not pinned. And does he snapfire next turn? He does. Yeah. Well, I guess he's only leadership 8. He'll disembark as far away as he can in emergency, and then that's it. They don't consolidate or anything like that. So that is the end of my turn. We're on to your turn 4. Go to these guys and show that they're done moving because they're pinned, and that's actually effectively just at the snapfire. You're going to move the Spartan now from over here to there. See if it's immobilized. It is not. It's good to go, and it is not slowed down. I assume you want to disembark this turn?
I probably will, yeah.
So he's going to move his 6. I'm going to move there, and then I'm not going to react to it because I wanted to see where they were going to disembark. They're going to disembark that way, and I'm going to use my movement phase reactions off of that. Catalyst Typhon's going to back off because I can't. Strength 10 on all those power gauntlets. I wouldn't mind to be the one getting the charge either, so I think I'm going to just run away from them. And then my Contemptor will use the other reaction and go the other direction, I guess. There. And then this Contemptor moves as measured to there. Not that that's going to matter, I guess. He's still probably dead.
Sure, can this guy see?
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, they're all good. These snipers are gonna fire. They can see the 2 back models there because I did the withdraw wave. I had to go backwards, so I kind of funneled into their line of sight. Start with them first. They hit on 2s, rolling 1s. It's only 9 shots now. We roll. There's actually 9 dice in there. We'll just do we'll do 9. Sorry, there's 10 dice in there. Forgot. Well, it's been a while since one got shot.
Yeah.
So the re-roll. There you go. Just didn't re-roll on the 1s.
Yeah.
And then 2s. No, 3s to wound. With rending. Oh, these guys are on fire, dude. They're just rending all day. So 4 rends and 3 saves. These 2 models you can see, we're going to put the wounds on the banner, but it doesn't ultimately matter too much. 4 rends. So do I shroud these before I do the... Because I needed to shroud...
That's not your once per game, is it?
No, just this evasion. I mean, sorry, evasion. I will... Oh, I forgot to evade his shots. That's fine. We are going to, not evade, sorry, he's got shrouded 6 up. Yeah. These guys are going to take the saves, 5 up. We're not going to shroud it, so that's 2 wounds on him, and then I have 2 regular saves. Okay, he's got 1 wound left. Vindicator is going to loose around over here. He can see those 2. He's probably going to try and kill that guy, I assume, but we'll see if he hit. 2 to hit. That's a hit, and 2 to wound. That's
There's
instant.
your murderous strike, son of a... I was going to take the one without the wounds.
Yeah, I will put over there. Invuln, I guess. We're good. This guy's gonna go ahead and fire. He's
snapshotting.
That's why he's snap shooting. Yep. So 2 shots on 6s.
5s.
A bolter.
For
Yeah,
fists.
fist. That's right. That's a wound. All right. 2 up. Oh no. No, that's a 4. All right, we're gonna do the las cannons and everything over here. This one I'll use evasion on. They're not fearless, so they can do it. So they'll have shrouded 5 up. And I guess they're all hitting on 3s. Twin length. Pew. Reroll the 2 misses. Pew. I rolled a wound still. I almost went to go do my saves. 2s to wound. And that's going to be 5. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just roll up their invulns on the Grave Death Shroud. We make one of the invulns, and then they are shrouding 2 of them. So 2 wounds. That guy has to take a wound, and then this guy's down at 2. Okay. I think because they got shot at by snipers, they're A-okay. Orpheus is going to fire, and he's got some line of sight through this crack here. He's going to fire down the table. You can see these 2 missile launchers. So we're going to put the blast right on top of that guy's head. We have to just imagine it, though. Or math. We can use math and imagination. So let's see what that scatter looks like. He's got direct sight, so it will still be a scatter of 3 inches. Yeah. It's going to land somewhere around there, and it's going to hit these 2, maybe that 3. It'll hit 3 models. It's going to be those 3. Just a wound. The 4s are rending. We have, okay, so 2 are dead, and then...
you have 6 up. Or no, because there is no cover against barrage. Right.
Yeah, it's because it's over here. And then I got the 1 regular save, and then 2 guys die. We'll say you and you. That guy there is the Sarge. They're going to be taking the leadership, and then we have the snap firing from the tacticals over here. So 16 shots, because 2 in the back can't see. And 5s, because of snap firing, and their fists. And then we are looking for... 6s, yeah. Oh, we got 2. Nice. And that 2 damage, 1 damage.
1.
That's not bad on snap firing. All right, I owe you leadership over here. And these guys are going to roll a 9 and fail. Okay, and they're going to run 4. Everyone on both sides do not feel the need to fight this game. All will run. I'm going to declare a charge against Typhon and his remaining Death Shroud and Centurion. Thing here is, it's a 10-inch charge, but if he doesn't go for it, it's like an automatic loss because he'd be going for the Contemptor. Assuming if you picked Dreadnoughts, you would have gone for the Contemptor without a doubt. But you've been focusing on my infantry mostly, so I assume you're going for infantry, and that's a lot of points in killing. So you get a Warlord kill, a kill for killing Typhon, a kill for killing this guy. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th one for killing the Death Shroud Terminator. So if I lose that squad, I pretty much lose the game. And you also surge towards him if you fail. So let's see what you got here on the charge. Looking for a 10. And if you get it, that's probably game. A 7. So they'll surge forward half of that. The reaction would have been Overwatch, and I'll shoot the template. Been over one of their heads there. It would be a direct hit, and it was going to hit about 5 guys. And this wound's on 2s. That's 5 saves on them. And... oh, it kills one. You have to do a pinning check. The only thing that would matter is they have to go back 3.5 inches. Okay, you're good. One of the random guys die in there. Yeah, and then that's where they surge to. They're not pinned. I think on my turn here, in the interest of making cool content, I'm going to try something. Now, here's what my plan would be if I was playing it safe. And it doesn't guarantee work. These guys move towards him. These guys run away. No one shoots at him. They use him as a charge to get even further and then consolidate over here. They could...
let me counter that then.
Okay.
You move towards him to charge. I move this way, so you have to charge this way. Then your movement is this way, in line with the snipers, and most likely within charge distance of the Tartarus that can move 7.
There. After doing some calculations, this guy moves there. They follow. This guy doesn't want to react at all because you only have 1 movement phase reaction. No matter how I move these guys, even if I go directly away, Kalas Typhon's within 6 of them. He's only got a 6-inch move, so he'll still be within 12 of them. They would advance towards me, thus getting 4 inches of moving, ending about there. Kalas would end up over here, fighting this guy here, and then there, and then I'd consolidate up and around. I'd end up about there, and they're right here. So they would move forward, they're 7. I would withdraw 4, and then I'm in a pretty reasonable charge range. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to commit to this fight over here and try and put them down. As well
that's probably your best, what I would do anyway.
As well as putting down a couple of other things. I think that's what I'm going to do. But the downside is, because of Hold Steady, I have to commit another unit to that fight as well, and I don't want to, but it'll probably be the Assault Marines. Which I will, and that's also the interest of the game too, so we'll see how that goes. And we got the Leviathan who can go mess up the back of the Spartan, so I don't have to worry about the Spartan shooting at me anymore. We're going to do just that. We're going to move this Leviathan about here and there, because I want to move him towards the infantry of up there. We're going to move you that way. I'm going to move the Leviathan there. Unfortunately, I still can't see the Terminators with that. This guy is going to move backwards a little bit, because I need to I want to stay away from that guy if it explodes. And we're going to shoot at the Terminators with him. He is going to are you going to move towards me?
Yes,
All right.
and try to be out of line of sight of shooting.
True.
Yeah.
So they're advancing towards me there. So no more movement reactions. Then I'll just do the simple stuff. We're going to have you move forward. You're going to move forward, and actually, I'm going to change it up a little bit. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. Take your wound. And then you, sir, are going to go over here. Excellent. Egg salad. These tacticals are going to move. I still have to kill this guy. He's the thing I got to kill for now. So we're going to move here. And if whatever I'm doing right now doesn't work out, then I lost the game. That's okay. There we go. The Assault Marines are going to activate their jump packs. Ending there. As for these guys, they're not going to do much. They can't do much where they are, so they're just going to save face where they can. From there, we go to these guys attempting a rally. They do a rally, and they are going to rally. Move their initiative character. And they are going to just rally like that. They're just going to hang out here. They're going to pop out and shoot missiles later, I think. These guys are going to run. No, they're going to move. No, they're going to run. Exactly there. We're going to have our Contemptor move. We're going to end there. I believe that's all I care about on this stuff. It's going to be tough to get line of sight with these guys. They're going to run. And these guys are going to run too. They're going to form a column to shoot down that lane there. These guys are going to hang out. I can't really see anything I'd want to do with them. So we're good to go on to shooting. And we are going to start. Go to the Leviathan. He's going to fire everything in the back of the Spartan. Would you like to evade?
No.
All right. Cyclonic Melt a Lance. They all hit by 1. And these are Strength 8 Armor Bane. So that is a glance on the first one. Second one is a pen. Third one is a nothing. And then there's regular Melta, which is a pen. So we got 2 pens and a glance. So the 2 pens, I'll blow it up. How far does it explode? 4 inches. That'll only hit the Leviathan. Here's my quick 2-up save in case I take a wound. We're good. And then it is out of here. And we're going to fire our carries into your guys there. Would you like to evade? With the 2 carries patterns. No evasion there. These are going to be 2s to hit. We got 3 misses and 2s to wound. We are 4, 8, 9 wounds. 1's a rend though. 8 2-up saves. 1 damage and then 1 3-up save because they have a Storm Shield. Okay, 1 damage. And then we're going to go ahead and fire our Marines back here. Actually, we'll just do we'll do the Marines back here first. 4 of them are in range to rapid fire. The Flamer can't shoot. He's a little too far away on the Sergeant there, so it'll be 24 shots. Would you like to evade?
What's the AP on these?
No AP at all. No AP.
Yeah, I'll evade those.
All right. Do 12 twice. The 3s to hit. You got 4 misses. 4s to wound. Let's see if I can't pick those up. So that's going to be 4, 5 so far. And second volley. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds. 2-ups. You fail 2, but you have shrouding. 5 ups. You take, 2 damage still. All right, so we get that guy. We wound that guy there. We have 3 bolt pistols that can fire into them. And pow. And pow. 1 wound. And no damage. The bolt pistol's firing. Let's go ahead. We're going to do them last. Let's do all these guys firing into that 1 sergeant. Do the Flamer. Gets hot. He's okay. Wounds on a 2. That's 1 3-up save. I'll do the rest of the bolters as well. But you might as well evade here as well.
There's no point to it. Yeah, it's worthless, but I can't do anything else with them.
True. So. All right, so 6. Here's the first.
Who knows? Maybe super annoying.
It might be clutch. First bit. I got to add 2 to that. So we have 4, 5, 6 so far. And then the second volley, because they're furying. 6 already, not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the Flamer. All right, 13. Yeah, he got him. But he's got evasion. That's right. He's got some shroud up. So he's ducking and weaving. He's got flames. He's got rounds of bolt. He's dead. Oh, he makes 2 of them though. All right, there's 1 more infantry kill. These are hard to get.
Yeah.
It's harder to kill infantry than you would think because
you got a whole infantry squad.
You got to kill them down to a Marine, right? So it's tough. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and fire over here. We're gonna use this witch fire. We're gonna conjure it probably on that guy's head. Psychic focus. That's bad, guys. D3 wounds to myself. I take 2. I'm going to see if he has Adamantium Will. A wound over here, because you get invuln, so he makes it, and he makes it. Okay, no damage, but the power fails. We're going to fire his combi bolter, and we'll do his flamer first. Does it get hot? No. And huge, if I could pin these guys, the flamer's just going to get these 5 dudes.
Okay.
Could have got one more if I used this first, but I want to save that for last. It is a Fleshbane, so 5 saves. Now let's do the bolter quickly.
Okay.
A couple hits, and one more, so 6 wounds. Whoops! Ideal, 1 more damage. 1 more Terminator dies. Okay. That guy dies instead.
Well, he's the leader.
Oh, that's the Sarge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we don't want
I
to
wouldn't have taken a wound on him. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so I have the Contemptor to still fire, but I don't want to fire him because I don't want to kill too many Marines. So we're just going to go on to charging. We're going to charge with the Assault Marines first. You get to see the charge, but I assume you want to hold, set the defense.
Hold still. Or
Yeah.
stand fast.
Oh, that's not gonna, they can't fail anyways. They get +2 to it. So 4. They move 6. You have to do a leadership check, a morale check to hold steady.
Oh.
And you were gonna roll. You can't roll a 10 for me there. Okay, there's no rerolls, eh?
Nope.
So they fail it. Now, not gonna play it this way because technically, this is where it gets funny. We're not gonna play it right now. But so we learned this the other day. Hold steady is it's a morale check, right? So you have to do it. It lists it as a morale check. So if hypothetically, say you've never played a Warhammer game in your life. This is the first time you're playing Horus Heresy. You would go to the reaction. See, hold the line. The reacting unit must make a morale check. So if you've never played before, you're like, okay, well, what's a morale check? You go to the morale section. Boom, morale. You go morale checks, how they work, and then if it's equal to or higher than use leadership characteristic, it's passed. Haha. If it's higher than their leadership characteristic, the test has failed, and the unit will immediately fall back. Granted, that might be the intent of it, actually. I also, at the time of saying this is more like for fun, ha ha ha, we were talking about it, and we never had the time to check the errata or FAQs. So we're going to play, like, it doesn't really matter, because that'd be a bad outcome for them if they ran away. And maybe it's not the intent, but I think currently, without looking at the FAQ errata, that is rules as written on how that works. They would immediately break. You would roll 2d6, and you would run this way towards the table edge, and then I would charge you. You do another morale check. If you fail, you're wiped out, or you just fight where you are. However, we'll keep it normal. You don't get to hold the line though because you failed it. We're gonna go ahead and you're the closest. Boop, and then I rolled a 6. Yeah, you gotta line up like the non-scythe guys so you can get the reaping blow on the scythe guys. And then we're gonna declare a charge over here. Cannot react there, so we're gonna charge Sorry, I messed it up. The closest is supposed to be that guy. There we go. Charging them. They do not fail, so closest goes in. Boop. That actually doesn't really matter because the way... No, well, it doesn't really matter. So we'll have Typhon go in there. Can't get the Reaping Blow. That guy's just going to hang out there. There we go, like a so. Way over to this side of the battlefield, our Contemptor is going to declare charge. Aha! He makes it. Aha! I believe that's all I'm going to do for charging. I'm going to go to immediately resolve this one over here.
Okay.
I have 4 attacks on the charge. And I hit on 2 3s, and I kill on 2s. So I killed 2 of them. I get to fight back before those 2 are killed. Well,
now I'm going to use...
crack grenades?
Crack grenades.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then those 5 can attack here because they're within 2 of guys in base contact. They're going to throw crack grenades. They hit on... Crack grenades automatically hit, so you just need 5s to wound. 5s. We got 1. 2 up. We're good. Okay. So I win combat by 2. Their leadership down to 7. And they are going to hold. All right, so we just hang out, and then I'm already in base contact, so these guys keep going up and around. Up and around we go. That guy will climb down. That guy just hangs up there. It's all happy. Then we go way, way, way over here. I'm not going to bother issuing a challenge. Would you like to issue a challenge?
Yes.
I don't know if it matters too with your sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay. I will accept with my Death Shroud guy, I guess. Or do I do with Typhon? He's got more attacks. I don't really want to. Oh, I got to do my Witch Sense on Typhon. So he passes. He gets Web Skill 7, and he has an extra 1 attack. Okay. I will accept with... Interesting how that works. We're going to swap. I'll just accept with this Death Shroud. So we're going to take the Sergeant, and he's going to push through all that. This guy is instead going to go up there, and the Sergeant will be over here instead. All right. And then we fight. I start with Callous Typhon. So we have 4 attacks normally. We charged, and we have the extra hit. So we are hitting on 3s with Hatred, and we wound on 2s, re-rolling because of our Warlord trait. And this is where the big trick is, because these are all instant death, because you're down at T3. These are 3-up invulns. All depends on how well you can roll invulnerable saves now.
How many?
We have 6 invulnerable saves. 6-up invulns, he cuts down 3 of them, because of the rad grenades reduce them to T3 yet. So that's not ideal. And then the rest, this guy would have attacked at the same time. He had 4 attacks. Hatred. And these are 2s to wound. No rerolling. So 3 saves, 2 ups though. You're good. No damage there. And then initial step 4. My guy's piling. This guy would pile in. Let's do his attacks quickly. He's got 4. Hitting on 3s because I want to go 5. And 2s to wound. 2, no rend, so 2 2-ups. But they are instant death if you roll a 1. No 1s. And then these guys would have piled in. Got 1 chainsword, which is going to be 3 attacks on the charge because the disorder didn't quite work. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound with shred. All 3s to wound because you're lower toughness. 2 wounds, 2 up saves. Good there. And then we got that guy's power scythe. He's a sergeant, 3 attacks on the charge. No hatred, so it's 1 hit. That's a rend, so 3 up invuln. Oh, you're good. Okay, nice. Then we have initiative step 1. Okay. 2 gauntlets, and then this guy would effectively be a little bit past that. That guy would get in there. So I'll do the power axes afterwards, but you get to go with your gauntlets same time. This is into the challenge.
Yep.
Those both hit. And 2s to wound. They both wound. I have invulns. I passed 1. I was trying 10, so he's dead. And then the other one into the unit of Marines. They hit on 4. And the one guy hitting 2 times. 2s to kill here. Oh, he kills. He crushes 2 of them. I will lose a chainsword and a chainsword. And then I get my power axe attack still. These are hitting on 4s. All right, not bad. These are wounding on 2s because they're down to T. So 3 3-ups. 3 ups! Make them all? Nice. So you make them on those ones, but you don't make them on Typhons, eh? Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, so for combat res, I killed 3 guys. Mm-hmm. So that's 6 wounds worth of guys. You killed this guy for 2 and 2 of my guys. So I went by combat by 2. Mm-hmm. So you just got to do a leadership check. -2. You are going to hold? Yeah, I guess so. I don't have fear anywhere. All right, well, that was interesting. We're still locked in combat over here. And that's, well, she wrote, you do get a point for killing my Death Shroud completely. Try and knock your turn out quickly. A lot of the things you want to shoot at are locked in combat, especially over there. So the sniper's best bet to go for them. I'm trying to run and hide behind this cover, but I had to take 1 turn of shooting for that to happen. So not ideal. Hopefully, we got the Vexel in there, so hopefully he lives. We're just going to quickly go into the Scorpius. There's no point moving anything because everything's like tied up. That is going to be a 4-inch, 5-inch scatter. That'll scatter over there and miss. And then we have the sniper. We're going to fire at this squad over here. 2s to hit. Rerolling any 1s. They don't need to. And these are 3s to wound, but rends are 5s. We got 1 rend. Okay, they didn't do as well this turn, but they still got some wounds in. On the Vexilla, no cover. And then 4 saves. Okay, they're all good, but the Vexilla is dead. Pinning check. They are pinned. All right, nice. Death Guard. Assassin only really has line of sight to those 2 guys. So 2 to hit and a 4 to wound. That's it for shooting. We got a couple quick combats to resolve. I got crack grenades are going to go last. So I have my 3 attacks. I got 1 hit. I got 1 kill, and then you have crack grenades. 1 guy goes down, and then we have pretty much everyone fighting with crack grenades. There'll be 7 of them. Looking for 5s to wound. 5s to wound. 2 more wounds. 2 ups. We're good. I win combat by 1. Leadership down to 7. Okay, you break. I'm going to try and sweep. I roll a 4. As long as you roll a 1, 2, or 3, I sweep them. All right, I got them. They're all dead. That's 1 more infantry kill for the Death Guard. It's tight. It's going to come down to that Solarite fight with the Terminators. We got this fight over here. I got to do the psychic test on Callus Typhon. He passes. He'll gain an extra 3 attacks. So he's going to have 7 attacks. 5, 7. Now, the rad grenades are not in effect anymore. We do hit on 3, nor is hatred. So no rerolls because it's not master crafted. 2s to wound with a reroll. So 5 3-up invuln. Let's see how many. I kill no one. I just wound 1 guy. And then the chaplain gets to go. His 3 attacks. Master crafted. He's a chaplain. And then these are 2s to wound. 2 more wounds. AP 3. So 2 ups. You're good there. And then I have my power scythe there. So the power scythe is going to be hitting on 2 attacks. Hitting on those. Wounding on 2 wounds. 1's a rend though. So 1 3-up and 1 2-up. Nice. Make them both. Then I just have power axes in your guys. So I'll get my power axes out of the way. 2 hits. Did you want to issue a challenge with the power gauntlet guy? Probably because you get instant kill. I'd probably just accept on that guy, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, okay. So that was 2 hits with them and 2 wounds. They have 2 more 3-up saves, but anyone that dies gets to fight back. Oh, those gauntlets. Dude, those shields are holding here. Okay, so I only did 1 wound. You get to attack. 1 guy has to attack the assault marines. That guy has an option where he can attack wherever you want.
Attack the Terminators.
Terminators? All right, fair. All right,
So who's the... He'll attack the Terminators.
Three attacks. So you have 5s because I got a higher weapon skill.
Let's get 2 attacks.
Oh, the sergeant doesn't have a 3rd one?
Yeah.
3rd one, 5s to hit. We got a hit, 2 to wound. 2 to wound here. Oh. And then into the boys over there. Got a hit and a 2 to kill. All right, kills a guy. That's a tie combat. All right, and then that is it for turn 5. My turn 5, I'm not going to bother shooting those guys at all. Those guys are going to run. Too sure if they can run, but they can move because they're death guards. So we're going to move 7, and then these guys are going to lag behind a little bit. They can't fire, they're snap firing, whatever. We're going to move more in this direction just to hide. Going to keep those there, don't care about them. These guys are going to chill where they are. They're all kind of hiding behind pillars of line of sight because they don't want to get shot at anymore. I don't know, maybe they go that way. Hug the terrain, look at that. And then we're just right onto that combat over there. Oh, Typhon. He's leadership 10, he passes, that's his leadership check. He gets an extra 1 attack, so he's only got 5. No I'm not going to issue challenge. Are you going to bother?
Nope.
No? All right, so I hit on 3s, no master crafted, and 2s with a reroll because of his warlord trait. 4 3-up invulns. And there's a guy wounded in there. So I wounded the not sergeant, essentially. And then I got my chaplain hitting master crafted, 2s, 3 3-ups. And you are good. Sorry, 2-ups. I meant 2-ups. He's only AP3 on that. And then I got the scythe, 2 attacks, 1 wound, no rend, so 2-up. 1 damage. All right. You get to punch. This guy will pile in. You get there. And then who would you like to attack? Probably the characters, or you can take out the other infantry. You can try and go snipe. Every character kill is instant death and a victory point. So, and if you get both, that's 3 points because that's a warlord kill. 5s to hit though. It's the gamble. 1 more attack because you're a champion. Okay, 1 hit, 2 to wound. That's a wound. Invuln. Oh, we make it. That was chaplain for sure. Yep. But that's it for leadership check. I won by 1. You're down to leadership probably 8 because you're in Terminator armor. You're good, all the same. All right, that was my last turn of the game. Realistically, turn 6, they could shoot and kill these guys, but that won't amount to too much. We'll assume they're dead. Let's just play forward assuming they're dead, and we'll see what that looks like at the end here, because this is all that really matters here. I'm going to push Typhon again for an extra 1 attack. You'll have 5 attacks against this 1 champion. They all hit. Come on, die, please. 5 saves. Oh, okay, we got him. There we go. That's it. Jeez. All right. It seems a little rushed, everyone, because we're kind of running out of time. So we're going to jump right into a post game.
All right, these guys, we're going to do a post game show. But I want to remind you there's another game uploaded right now in the MiniWarGaming Vault where Wade is here with his Imperial Fists. Take on my Iron Warriors and 2,500 point bat rep. You can follow the link in the description below for that one.
So, neither of us killed each other's warlord. That's a wash. I have the most amount of units remaining on the table, I believe, but they're small. Like you whittle them down 3, 6, 1 and 1. Like nothing over there, 2 guys over there. These guys were down to 7. So you had a lot of damage everywhere, but my guys would rally. Then I had to like commit them to hiding. That was a really nasty unit you had hiding up there, so I had to hide. It turns out they were the threat, not the assault cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the assault cannons, they shot once.
And boy, did they do a lot of damage. They shot.
Both units, they shot once. But yeah, they did a good bit of damage when they did shoot.
So the final score, I killed 5. I assume you picked infantry. I think we discussed that earlier. Yeah, I killed 5 of your infantry units, and that includes characters. The 1 character. So I killed 4 units: the 2 assault marines, the 2 tacticals, and the character, and then the terminators. And then you killed my 1 assault marine unit because it ran off the table, the one that was over here. But you were close to killing several units, so it could have gone either way. And that fight at the end there, if you rolled really hot, or if you, the major downside is that the whiff on your saves on the initial strike. Losing 3 of the Tartaros guys in one swipe, having Typhon kill 3 Terminators in 1 swing was a little rough. But that's where it all went down. But those Terminators could have held with the Strike 10 Power Fist. They killed my Death Shroud, no problem. So you got a point for that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where it went. I had to play really passively against your list. You definitely outshot me, but you had a range limitation on a lot of your shooting. So that's kind of where it came. I mean, so did I. My major shooting's bolters, but I don't really know. I think it was Typhon's unit kind of having freedom over there was a big thing for the Death Guard. Because he killed quite a bit on his own. No, he only killed the Contemptor and the heavy weapon team, and then eventually your Terminators. What do you think about like the pacing of the game? Like where like did it like go wrong or right, or what could have been different? You would have liked to see a little different.
I don't know, honestly. I don't think there's any one thing that we could have changed, or that like having changed would have been better or different. Like you flat out did a fantastic job of putting your guys around corners and stuff, avoiding my lines of fire. So that's in my opinion, that's what won the game.
I guess hiding the important things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's weird because of the blood feud aspect. Once you got them down to like 3 or 4 models, they're effectively dead to me, and they just hide behind line of sight, and that's it. They don't even risk poking their heads out. Like you can see where I did that several times. They're out. Yeah.
So I mean, so the big thing with the Death Guard is moving and shooting your heavy weapons.
That was awesome.
For me, I have to stay still, so I would stay still here.
Yeah.
You can move a guy over here with a heavy weapon, shoot these guys to death or to ineffectiveness. Yeah. But then they had, even though they moved, but now they're out of
something else's range. Yeah. The Death Guard are a weirdly fast mobile army because Death Guard can run 3 10-man strong heavy weapon teams, and they're very mobile. They move 7 inches every turn. They have heavy hardened armor, so they get rerolls against blast weapons, and they're firing at full BS the whole time. They can run 10 Volkite, 10. I run missiles because that's all I have, but missiles aren't the worst because they have flak built in. They're a great reinforcement thing against aircraft.
Can you still do blast?
You can do blast as well in case you're fighting like Solar Augs or like Cult of Militia, that stuff when it comes out, or Marines, if like a big blob of Marines or something even too. And then maybe I'd ideally want to run a las cannon team, and I'd probably want to run like a Volkite team or something. Yeah. Or I'd probably swap the, if I was to be cheeky, I'd probably swap these out for like a multi-melta team and have them zipping around in like a Rhino or something weird. They just pop out in an eye. That's probably too expensive though for that.
I mean, a Rhino's not that expensive, but I mean, if you think about it too, because they can die to bolter fire, but a Rhino is harder to do that. I personally like Rhinos.
I like Rhinos too. They're kind of fun. They look iconic on the table for me too. What do you think about the bolter? Like the bolter guys just walking up the field and shooting like a massive amount of bolter rounds.
Legion every turn.
Yeah,
that was nice.
That changed up the list a little bit because I was running like big bricks of 20 with an apothecary, but I found it was more flexible to have a lot of small units all over the table.
Yeah.
To have that range of fire everywhere. So
that's what I've noticed, and just in conversations with other people, is a lot of cheap HQs, apothecaries, tech marines, stuff like that, which is why I like the snipers and stuff like that, because I can get Vexillas, sergeants, and power weapons or power sights or something off the table pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like I remember because I forgot they were sniper. You did 1 volley over here. You hit like 48 Rens, and like I'll kill the sergeant, I'll kill your Vexilla, and I'll kill 3 other guys. I'm like, oh, I guess you can do that.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, oh.
And over here is like I think I got most of like your Vexillas and sergeants and stuff off the board. It just there was too many additional troops for me to contend with.
It all came down to like it's weirdly enough the Death Guard rule where because you pinned me a lot of the time near my board edge. And made me fail morale checks, but because I can stand up and move again, there was one time where you pinned me, but I'm like, I'm Death Guard, I don't care, I move forward, and then I failed a morale check and ran backwards, but if I didn't have the Death Guard rule, that would have been a unit off the table in the previous turn, because they were able to move away from that board edge, so they kept like no running away, and then killing the Vexillas is really good too, because with the Vexilla, you can't leave the board edge, so you peg them off with the sniper too, the Dreadnoughts in the list kind of did pretty well. I don't know, that guy didn't really do much for me, but this guy was amazing. He popped the Spartan, and he like had the whole like don't come over here kind of thing. Don't come over here, I won't go over there. It's kind of one of those. We actually didn't move anything over here for like 3 turns.
Yeah, well, it's one of those until like one of us focused on something.
Yeah.
Then it was like we were both kind of playing defensively until we weren't.
Right.
And then but I mean I really didn't have any choice other than to turn my backside to him.
Yeah.
But
the Terminator. I was afraid of the Terminators. Why'd you hold the Terminators back so early? What was the?
Well, because I wanted to run. I wanted to shoot full ballistic skill because 5 twin link las cannon.
Yeah. I see.
That I mean, even and again, like still kind of trying to figure things out and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I think in the future, what I may change around is putting my Lassa squads in the Rhinos since they're assault.
They're assault, yeah.
Moving and shooting, get them into position pretty quick. Being a little less scared with, because that was a lot of points in to have it sit back and do nothing for.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like a pacing of how they go in a game. So I'm trying to imagine. So they're in a Rhino, you deploy. Say you go first, right? Boom, aggressive, move 7, pop out, shoot guns, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, like annihilate something off the table, paste it, and then the opponent's only answer to that is they're in the open, they're around their whole army. So Unless hypothetically, if the opponent doesn't have MSU, just like a regular kind of army, say I go shoot, what am I going to shoot at that unit that's not going to return fire back at me, right?
Yeah, well, and after they get out of the Rhino, you can block shots with the Rhino.
So weirdly enough, if you had Rhinos, if they're in the Rhinos, I would have had a much harder time dealing with them, because the only way I dealt with them is I had the missiles firing at them out of their return fire range. So if hypothetically they're in Rhinos, they rush up the middle of the table right away, and all of a sudden they're in return fire range of anything that could shoot at them, other than extreme examples. And then the other way to deal with them is to charge them, and then they're going to overwatch that. But if they have two things to charge with, at least you're still, like, you probably killed something off the disembark, and then you kill whatever gets overwatched, and then the other squad probably wipes them out. But at least you kill 2 units with them. So they're like like a martyr unit. You send them out to do a lot of damage, and then expect them to die, but to do as much damage as possible before they die. Yeah. Kind of a thing, if that makes any sense. I like the idea of putting them in Rhinos. A little risky if the Rhinos get popped right away, but if the Rhinos are getting popped right away, those guys are getting popped right away too. Yeah. Because whoever's shooting at the Rhino is going to kill them too. Yeah. Other than that, though, I think that's kind of I don't know if that's what other people do. I do see value in that. They pop out, hit on 2s, knife fighting or no knife fighting, they hit on 3s. You can buy them. No, there's no point in buying them augury scanners, really. You can if you play in a meta with a lot of deep striking and no flanking, because that'd be nasty too. Yeah.
Because I mean, again, a lot of it's local. I play against a lot of deep strikers, so that's why the Master's Signal.
He's good no matter what. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Like to mess up deep strikers, and that's why everything that could. But I didn't know the augury scanner ignored the night fighting
range penalty,
rule, which is still pretty good. Yeah. Now I'm kind of hindered by a 24-inch range regardless.
Yeah, yeah. I like the idea of the list. So like a lot of heavy shooting for the fists, and then you have that one anchor unit over there, and the 3 up invulnerable save guys. Yeah. And keeping them in Tartarus plate's kind of good. It's a little bit more expensive, but I like the mobility because they react a little bit faster, and they move a little bit faster once they're outside of the Spartan. Yeah. Assault tank and all that good stuff.
To be able to chase people down.
True. Yeah.
Especially because I mean I don't have like if you put them in a squad with Sigismund and stuff like that, it chases stuff down. You know.
Oh yeah.
And charges longer and it's a little bit better, I think, for the playstyle. But
yeah, well, Sigismund's a threat. Like all guys, if Sigismund's 230 points though, so if you had to drop 230 points of other stuff, I would have 100% avoided that. But then at that point, you have the power in the Spartan. You just rush forward every turn with it, go max distance, and then just unload it in the middle of the table and like let loose havoc essentially.
Well, I think because the a Proteus is cheaper, kind of. You're a few less shots or something, but basically does the same thing.
It does. It's 4 non-twin-link glass cannons and a heavy bolter. But it only carries 12 instead of 26 guys. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need 20. You don't need the 26, and that's like a little above and beyond, right? Yeah. Because I think the Spartan's like 350 with a flare shield, and the Land Raider carries like 220 base. Usually like 225 with searchlights, and I think there's like something else too. Like he's like 225 with searchlights. So he's 125 points cheaper. Yeah. And then you're forced to carry less guys, therefore the unit inside of it's technically cheaper too. Because you don't want to bring you feel bad bringing a Spartan and putting like 5 dudes in it, right? You want to like kind of use that unit capacity. And Spartans are bad. It all depends on the situation. If you're Death Starring, Spartan's your best bet. Yeah. Like Sigismund.
Flare shield is a big deal.
Flare shield's huge. You got Primarch in there or Sigismund in there, right? If I was playing like Morty, I could have Spartan and a bunch of Death Shroud. What do you think of the Death Shroud? You ever play against them much?
I have not. I think they're very good against, like, I mean, all Terminators are good at, like, chaff units and stuff like that. No, I mean, they were good regardless. As far as everybody else's, like, specialty units, I haven't played enough games to say that they stack, they're better.
Their main thing is their defensive, the battle hardened thing. They're 3 wounds battle hardened Terminators, so they're really hard to shake off the board with shooting. Yeah. Yeah. You have to kind of commit to melee, really, unless you have a lot of strength 10 fire, which I like Demolisher cannons, maybe. There's really not a lot of it in the game right now.
Yeah,
Typhon,
there isn't a whole lot. Yeah.
Things like that. But they just have that 2-up save against it, and they're pretty good to go. So like they're a really great bodyguard unit, unless they're snipers. The snipers just circumvent that naturally. They're also 70 points a model though, so everyone is a little character you're killing. Yeah, yeah. So that's where it gets a little expensive.
But there is additional benefit to being able to accept challenges with anybody.
They're all chosen warriors. That's really good too. Yeah, and they got the banner in there too for leadership 10 in line. The leadership 10 didn't matter so much because they have a chaplain who does the same thing. But the line can be good in certain missions. Having that unit be scoring, real good to have. Not in this one, didn't matter this one.
Well, that's the other thing too. I mean, this didn't have objectives to score. Yeah. The point was to kill other things. So this list, every infantry unit was a line unit.
Everything was line.
The Castellan makes the heavy supports line. The Recon have line, I believe, and then the 2 tactical squads
Are all line. Oh, yeah. My list too is all line. I have 4 tactical squads and 2 assault squads.
Yeah.
They're just line on their own. But the idea is to have this list be good at like. It's not super anti-vehicle though. It's got the 15 missile launchers, but that's not going to be super good. It could maybe pop a Land Raider with the Sunder guy, but that's about it. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say like a meta, but I mean, I really don't see a whole lot of vehicles in most.
It's true. Vehicles are pretty bad.
Yeah, I haven't played armies with a lot of vehicles. It's dreadnoughts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's the. I don't have a lot of answers to dreadnoughts either, other than bringing my own dreadnoughts. I can answer dreadnoughts.
Dreadnoughts. These guys are.
They're not bad at killing dreadnoughts. On the initial charge, they can cut a dreadnought down pretty easily, but they have to do it like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typhon's pretty good because he's a Fleshbane, kind of a reroll thing.
Fleshbane's good. Yeah.
Doesn't do multiple damage, but he's got a lot of damage in there. Yeah. He's 200 points as a Praetor. It's kind of fun to compare all the named characters, all the named Praetors, the Masters of the Legion, against each other, like Abaddon, Callus Typhon. Obviously, Sigismund is a great contender. What's the Dark Angel guy? We were talking about him earlier. Corswain, amazing character too. Like, and they're all around like 200 points. 200, like Sigismund's 230, Corswain's 210, Callus 210 or 200. Then you have like other more support ones, like Avarl Redblade gives guys scouts, so you're paying like an extra couple 20 points for scouting, so his like melee capability is not quite there. Yeah, it's kind of cool to look at because like things like Sigismund and Corswain are weapon skill 7. Callus Typhon's weapon skill 6, but he can go to 7 with his psychic power.
Right.
And then you have Sevatar, obviously from the Night Lords, is a great comparable one. They're all like, each legion typically has a really good fighter. Karn, for the world leaders.
They're good like within their legions. They work well with the rules for their legions.
Exactly. I have a lot of fun playing Callus. I've never really. I played one game with Death Guard without a name character. It's not unplayable, obviously. I would do probably just a Praetor, I guess, or like a Delegated. Whoever unlocks Rite of Wars. I do like the Creeping Death. It doesn't really interact with the enemy all that much. It just makes it so automatic. I love passing dangerous range checks and having to move through cover. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Never having to take that damage here and there. And then every now and then you have Ruins. People don't want to go in the Ruins because it's a little nasty there and things like that. The problem is the Reaping, the other Rite of War, no running allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't run. Yeah, that sucks. Not that you want to run as much with Death Guard, but to take the option away, because I ran with quite a bit of units on turn 1 to get into better positions.
Yeah.
And that can really suck, not being able to run.
Yeah, if you don't have rhinos and stuff.
Correct. Yeah, so typically you got to run a lot of vehicles if you're going to do the Reaping. Now, the Reaping's cool because everyone can take rad grenades, which I will say, last edition did not change the instant death threshold. I'm pretty sure it specifically said that. Now this one, I didn't even bother look. I remember looking at it and it mentioned the instant death threshold, but I automatically read it as does not change it. However, they rewrote it completely to say, no, it does in fact change the instant death threshold. So it makes that initial charge with the power size that are all strength 6, instant death on the first round of combat. And everyone can take rad grenade in the Reaping. So like all the squad sergeants with power size are all strength 6 instant death technically off the rip. Now they're not to be relied on too much. You're much better off running the Death Shroud because they're just better at instant deathing, give them more attacks, better weapon skill, they're just more consistent in general. Yeah. I had to take out an extra Death Shroud for the Chaplain, so I wasn't too sure how much I like that, but the rerolling hit rolls is really good.
Yeah, that is really good.
Chaplains are just...
Especially when you want to do everything turn 1.
Correct. On the you're right, yeah. So it kind of like just further forces that forward. So like maybe like if I had a Dream Death Star right now that didn't include Mortarion, it would be a Chaplain, Primus Medicae, Callus Typhon, if I can't bring a named character, random Praetor unlock, and then like 10 Death Shroud Terminators. Because they're battle hardened, they'll have a feel no pain, because they're Primus Medicae, and they'll be really hard to shift. And they'd be relatively fast too, because none of that would be, I would have put it only in Tartarus armor, or just keep it in Artificer armor, so they can move around the field a lot quicker as well.
The Delgadus, I think, is the other one that does
the Master of the Legion?
Yeah, Master Legion, and I believe he has an ability that just ignores pinning.
Okay, that's pretty damn good too.
Say, I'm not pinning this. Yeah.
That works. There's something to consider, at least. Anyways, I got to run. Thank you, Wade, for providing the game. It was excellent. It ran quite a while. It was a good game.
It was a long game.
Yeah, it was a damn long game. We were here playing for quite a while. We'll catch you all next time. Happy wargaming, everyone. Toodaloo.